There we go. There we go. Now we have sound. No need for a riot. Riot averted. Welcome back, everyone. Nice to see you all. Yeah, let there be sound. This would be probably a pretty boring stream if you couldn't hear me. Just see my my little VTuber silently yapping away in the corner. So it's a good thing we got that fixed then. But welcome back to Homestuck. We were just in the middle, we were in the middle of getting to know our new human characters. The younger versions of our original team's guardians. We finally have all their names, which is very nice to know. We have Jane, Jake, Dirk, and Roxy. And we were just about to pick which one between Roxy and Dirk, which one we wanted to explore more. I think we'll just do them in order because we just got done with Dirk. So yeah, so much freedom. So much freedom that we only have half our choices available to us. Yeah, let's start with Roxy. Be Roxy. You are now Roxy. What were you up to again? You were floating somewhere in the non-linear time stew of paradox space, and we were hoping to get a handle on the exact chronology of your situation. Perhaps your successive actions will oblige us? Yeah, you aren't really listening. You're going to do whatever the hell you want. Go grab that sweet gun. That is indeed a sweet gun. You pick up your high-octane laser gun. It's powered by the most deadly sciences you know of. You keep a couple Specubus allocations in your portfolio on standby. You try to stay as sharp as possible in unarmed combat because you never know when you'll get ambushed. It's dangerous out there. Yeah, just normal teenage concerns of being ambushed. I mean, considering what happened to Jane, who keeps getting assassination attempts, I guess it's not that much of an unrealistic concern. Examine dead mutant collection. Hello, various mutant Jaspers, it looks like. The biggest one has been around for as long as you remember, encased in that glass-like material. You've considered giving it a name, but it always struck you as a little morbid to name a dead cat. The others were the result of a few experimental mishaps before you got the hang of the ectobiology equipment. You keep them around to remind you of the perils of the inexact science, and also because you're weird looking and cute. As a teen, I had those concerns, but that's because of where I lived. Yeah. You've since cloned many healthy felines, but they all live in the laboratory out back. Your pet cat doesn't really get along with the other cats, and you don't want to upset him. Yeah, my cat, recently there's been a neighborhood cat who's been at night, jumping up on outside our windows and just standing there, and it freaks my cat out so much. He gets big puffy tail, he'll try scratching at the windows to get the cat to leave, and it doesn't, and it's my cat's name is Boomer. The cat who wanders around, his name I think is Potato. But Boomer gets really freaked out when Potato comes to visit. Apparently Potato likes going around at night and visiting other houses with cats. Apparently this is a thing he does often. But poor Boomer, he is not used to there being strange cats out the window, and he will scratch and hiss and make noises I have never heard him make before. It stresses him out so much, but it is kind of funny. You captcha log one. Okay. You tuck the biggest one in your message in a bottle modus. These little guys are quite handy for busting through windows whenever you're ready to christen a new fenestrated plane. Oh yeah, just these weird mutant cats. We're just gonna use them as bricks to throw through windows. Roxy, take books. You take the first 6 books of your mom's best-selling series, Complacency of the Learned. She made an impossible fortune off of these books, considering how dark and inaccessibly written they are for young readers. More money than the US financial system could even account for as legitimately circulating in the economy. Many suspected real-life witchcrafts were... Well, that's a new spelling. Real-life witchcrafts were involved, which is what some believe discouraged criminal investigation into the matter. The feds were afraid, and the Baroness nervous. God, you hope that's all true. Magic? No, that's fake. That's fake. We haven't seen any of that around. But congrats to Rose, I guess, for finally getting her book published. Inaccessibly written for young readers is a bit of an understatement. Clearly sharing that money through the power of science! Exactly. Clearly sharing that money legitimately. And through science. Examine Complacency of the Learned poster. Complacency of the Learned. Some original edition cover art from one of the books. It features the androgynous young apprentice, Calmasis, who throughout the series plays the role of anti-hero and chief antagonist. He convinces fellow disciples to rebel against Zazarpan's vaunted complacency, and one by one hunts down each wizard. All 12 are killed, but the predicant scholar himself, forcing a showdown. The poster depicts the notorious chess match between Calmasis and Zazarpan. Zazarpan had a reputation for being unbeatable. He had never lost a match, even to the gods. But his apprentice was able to beat him in the wizard's duel by first becoming checkmated, and through some unprecedented enchantment, continuing to play beyond the death of the king. You love your mom's books and find them heavily inspiring, but you can't help but feel the work is exhaustingly heavy-handed at times. You kind of prefer to write more lighthearted things. Actually, crack a joke now and then, you know? Playing past the death of the king. That seems maybe thematically relevant. Say hi to Cat. Your cat, Friglish, hops down on the bed to greet you and immediately situates himself on something important, one of your creative writing journals. You named him after your favorite wizard from COTL. He was just such an endearing, bumbling fellow before he was murdered. Calmasis put an insidious curse on him, which caused him to go insane over several years. He began filling a book with all of his arcane knowledge, which was said to be limitless. The tome grew to monumental proportions and became a virtually unreadable patchwork of impenetrable erudition. When the young wizard finally caught up with him, he was a quaking, incoherent madman. He put him out of his misery by crushing him to death with his own massive text. Wow! That also sounds a bit familiar. You just think it's a fitting name for him for some reason, the macabre demise notwithstanding, of course. Seeing the COTL abbreviation is kind of weird for me because that's the part of the abbreviation, I suppose, for a game I play called Sky, Children of the Light. So every time I see, so now I'm seeing this and I'm hearing it in my head as Children of the Light, instead of God, what was it? I already forgot. Complacency of the Learned. Yeah, I haven't been playing as much either the past couple of weeks. It's been kind of busy. I haven't had much time for it. I'm hoping to be able to get more of that. There's a new season coming up soon if it hasn't started already. I'm not sure when that's starting, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Take journals. You politely scoot Friglish off the books. That a boy. Technically, only one of these books is yours, the writing journal. You're pretty secretive about your writing. Sometimes even you can hardly bear to read it. You are highly aware of the formidable Widerly shadow cast over you and can be critical to the point of embarrassment over your work. Just how drunk were you when you wrote this? You often wonder to yourself, you don't think you'll be peeking at it soon? Maybe later. The other book is another point of embarrassment for completely different reasons. What are the reasons? Read other book. Oh, what? This is Jake's private journal? What? One day when you were feeling especially frisky, you swiped it with your purifier, not actually expecting it to work. But then you debated with yourself for weeks over whether to read it. When you finally took a peek, you were strangely relieved to find all this nonsense instead of his private thoughts. But you still didn't have it in you to cop to the theft. You just agreed what a shame it was about his missing book. You have no idea what these letters mean. Some kind of code? Bark? Crab? Abracadabra? You have no clue what was running through that kid's head. Not unlike always. More four-letter code, huh? Get little ray gun. It isn't a ray gun. It's your purifier. Pretty much the only Crocker tech you can bring yourself to use. It's just too handy not to. You just plug in the coordinates you want to nab something from, point it where you want to purify, and shoot. It'll make that thing purify right then and there, assuming no temporal conflicts. Piece of cake. Not Crocker brand cake though, cause fuck that witch. Roxy, you're thirsty. That isn't a command. Excuse me, but you beg to differ. You poured that beautiful martini a little while ago, and you've been letting it gather cobwebs while you horse around with random shit in your room. What a crime. Sip a martini thoughtfully. Delicious! Damn it, this is the wrong stock reaction. You will not stand for this outrageous misrepresentation of your beverage enjoyment. Sip martini more thoughtfully than that. That's better. That's much better. As much as you enjoy an afternoon cocktail, you have to remember to pace yourself with these things. They're crazy strong and tend to make you kind of sleepy. Oh my, how inviting does that soft plush pile look about now? Quite, you think? Examine plush pile. You like to ensconce yourself in this friendly heap when you play games. Gosh, it looks soft. Your eyelids are getting heavy. Succumb to unfathomable booze snooze. Oh, uh-oh, there you go a-wobbling. Look out below. Blackout. Nap time. Sweet dreams, Roxy. Sleepwalk? Okay. Oh. Hello? Hi, Derse. Well, this ominous music is not encouraging. Oh. She's sleepwalking in her sleep. In her dream, she is sleepwalking. Hi, Dirk. Oh. Oh. Is that one of those, death bubble things? Ooh. Hello? Okay. Hello. But she's seeing things from the original humans. Or well, sleepwalking through them at least. Ooh. Are they gonna meet? Oh, she's waking up. Oh. Okay, well, we gotta take a closer look at that. That doomed god tier car cat near the end always sucks to see. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Here we go. She's asleep. It is. Okay, hello. Dark seeing Roxy. Go into death bubble. Seeing. Okay. That's the lab. Okay. Oh, hi, buddy. Does that mean Equius saw her? Okay, that's Rose's house. And Rose. Hi. Hi. Oh, Nebula. Here. They finally meet. They see each other. And they wake up. Okay. I'm sure we'll be getting into what exactly all the implications of that are. Both asleep in a plush pile. Yeah. So cute. They are very alike. I mean, given they are mother and daughter, but in either direction. Oh, but that's so cute. Oh, to fall asleep on a giant plush pile. Okay, wake up. What the heck was that all about? Oh, hey there, Friglish. He greets you with a sly, conspiratorial purr, almost as if he was privy to what you dreamt, which is impossible, of course. Looks like some dude has been badgering you while you were asleep. Answer. Hello? Hi, Dirk. Roxy, awake yet? Guess not. Let me know. Whoa, damn. Hey, Dirk. Had a crazy dream. There you are. But I see your dream self hasn't returned. You must be tying one the fuck on tight already. Maybe I am. Like a bow of ribbon on a beautiful pony. Man, how can you be this much drunker than last time we talked? What the hell are you even drinking? Okay, but to be fair, beautiful was an intentional typo for your benefit, cause I know you loves that pose. It's a beaut. So, you spying on me in Durseyville again? Yeah, fucking perv, like what you see there. I see precisely jack shit in the side of fuck all, that's the point. You got too sauced up and went rogue again. You're out there in your weird, drifting stupor independent of your waking self-awareness. You gonna go after me again? Get on your horns? Gallop me home like a Prince Charming back to Swoon King Dong? Oh, indeed, blush, 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 blush. No, in thinking it over, it's sort of a relief. Simplifies things somewhat. It's better you stay out there for a while. There's been a problem. What did you do now? Okay, I fucked up. I kind of made a mess here, and I'm not sure what to do about it yet. Huh? I don't think I've ever heard the term going rogue before or since Homestuck, to be honest. Huh. I know I have heard it before, but I can't say for certain that it hasn't, interesting. Maybe it is just from Homestuck. I've heard it plenty, but like, I can't say for certainty that I've heard it before Homestuck became a thing. Oh god, where was I? I made a mess here, and I'm not sure what to do about it yet. No need for you to worry about it for now. I'll figure something out. Until then, I'm just going to prepare for our session while I think it over. I don't have many people going rogue in your lives. I'm the one going rogue. Until then, I'm just gonna prepare for a session while I think it over. Snooze. What a surprise! Another mystery for you to keep to yourself and overly cerebralize. Snore. Hey, let's talk about something cool instead, like the dream I had. Okay. First, I had some ordinary, boring dreams that I don't remember, but then I dreamed that I woke up from the dream, and things got way bright and surreal, and I saw someone. I think it was supposed to be my daughter? Why do you think that? You know those dreams where you just know someone's supposed to be someone? No. Okay, well, regular people have those, I'm pretty sure, all the time. Are you thinking it was prophetic, like a glimpse of the future? I don't know, because that's not really how the Abyss works. It's not Skya, and we aren't prospect dreamers. There's nothing like that out in the Abyss. If you drift far enough, there is only horror. Terrible, terrible horror. Okay, but I'm not saying it was a future dream. It was just a glimpse, and it felt real, and all I'm saying is it was a cool dream that I wish was real. Glimpse. Oh, maybe it was. Maybe there's no fanciful game-supplied mechanism of prognostication involved here, and you're just an ordinary run-of-the-mill psychic. I guess that's possible. Hey, Dirk, what do you think it would be like if we had kids? What would it be like? Inconvenient, mostly. Yeah, that tracks with how hands-off he was with oh, man. No, I mean, like, what would they be like? The kids. You ever think about it? Can't really say I have. You know, for an eccentric guy, you can be boring as fuck sometimes. Sorry, Rox. For what it's worth, I'm picturing them now. A boy and a girl. Two perfect little freaks of nature raised by people who've clearly got no business bringing up anybody. That's pretty accurate. Shucks, Buster, it's just a fun little hypothetical to daydream about. Why do you need to suck the fun out of shit? Like some turd-hungry Dracula. It's not like I'm lobbying for you to hook me up with a whole mess of fucking babies, or that I'm holding on to any such delusion that it's even a remote possibility. Lasine. Yes, Lasine, you heard me. Do you mean Lasai? Nope, I'm sticking with Lasine. Going down with the ship. The SS Lasine, starring Captain Rillel. What does Lasine actually mean in this context? You already said Lasine for years. Homestuck is packed full of little things that I'm sure got stuck in everyone's vocabulary. Just part of your vocab, yeah. Oh, come on. Come on, what? Lasine is universally understood to mean too bad he's gay, you deliberately obtuse thunderfuck. I mean, yeah, that's what I thought. It would just be cool if you'd refrain from tossing about such just antediluvian terms. Antediluvian what? Me saying you're gay, you mean? Gay? In my Homestuck? More likely than you think. Yes. Okay, but terminology aside, I don't think I'm off base. I don't see how it has to be a thing. I really think it's an actual thing, bro. Once upon a time, sure, but the world has changed a lot. Ever peek in a history book between your wizardly indulgences? This is a nuanced topic. And I know about the histories, just believe me, it's a thing. How is it a thing? It's a thing because if it wasn't a thing, then you wouldn't be all like... Well, like what? Well, wanted nothing to do with me for starties. Don't be ridiculous. I have more to do with you than any dude could possibly bargain for, and I like it just fine. What a totally lame and sweet answer simultaneously. Yeah, no, maybe we should direct our focus on a matter which has nothing at all to do with what does or doesn't qualify as a thing, or what our fantasy alt universe offspring would be like, or anything like that. Such as this game, and whether you are in the best condition to be piloting Jane's connection. Maybe you could use another nap? My condition's just fine. And anyway, what ain't gonna get slept off is the fact that I still don't think we should be touching this bullshit witch game with a 20-foot dent. We both know her plans need us to. I know that, but I thought we settled this. It's still so frustrating, telling Jane about the dangers, and even if she's being polite, I just know she thinks I'm full of crap about everything. We settled this too. She'll believe everything eventually. Why bother working so hard to convince her? Well, I don't even do that for the most part. But it gets tiring and saddening knowing that even when we're not actively talking about it, that my best friend can't bring herself to believe some really basic things about my life. Like the shitty things the Baroness has done to us, or about our upbringing. Like, do you know how miserable it is for your BFF to doubt you when you tell her your mom is dead? I guess. It just registers for me as a reaction which isn't completely unreasonable from her perspective. She's inundated with media coverage of those whom we've claimed as our parental figures. That they're not presently alive nor ever played that role for us as she understands it is just an extension of a much more elaborate and far-reaching explanation, which is much harder for anyone to digest in its entirety. Well, anyone who isn't Jake, I mean. Still saying you should cut her some slack. I know. And need I remind you that the potential this game provides for the resurrection is what motivated you to investigate it in the first place? Oh. That's interesting. No, I remember. I told you a million times shit sounds like it could be the best thing ever. Wherein ever's capsed as heck. But also that no matter how awesome it might be, it's probably gonna advance all the schemes of her condescension. Right, but if we can stop her, part of me doesn't even want to give her the satisfaction of starting it all up. Like, if we didn't wouldn't that wreck her shit just so hilariously? So many all-alls. I must be hard of counting because I'm barely racking up a single goddamn laugh out loud at that self-defeating gesture. No, but it would, and for all we know, starting it up is playing right into her claws. Could be a trap waiting for Jane the moment she enters. If I stop her from playing, maybe I could at least give her a chance at a future. But there is no future on Earth for them, or for us for that matter. Don't know that for a fact, but anyway, I kind of already made this bogus file for her. What? Why? To scare the shit out of her. Make her learn to fear and respect the fucking hag like she should. Then maybe we can drop this whole in-game meetup/resurrection idea altogether. Sweet though it may be. Rox, I hope you're not thinking about sending her one of your batshit ath scripts. On that subject, I am Miss Zuperpips. Miss Zuperpips? The amount of sense you haven't been making is unfucking real. Just go take a nap. And don't even think about sending her that file. Are you listening? I will take what you say under serious advisement. Wonk. Jesus. Dirk, when did you stop being any fun? What? It used to be you'd get a kick out of a stunt like that. Stunt. Man, you know I'm down with insane stunts. Insane stunts are practically all I'm all about. As long as I actually agree with the purpose they're intending to serve. Destroying Jane's computer and dissuading her from playing is not such a purpose. Bet you your responder would agree with me. Why can't you be more like him? I am more like him. I mean, more like him. You just misspelled more, causing me to suddenly understand jack everything. He's more in touch with his feelings, which just makes me L my FA off since he's a robot. Bob. And he can actually loosen up sometimes, kind of like you used to could. I used to could. For one thing, he doesn't insta-shoot down a bit of frisky roleplay shenanigans now and then. Yeah, I kind of wish you wouldn't do that with him. Why the fuck not? It just seems a little tawdry and disrespectful, and vaguely exploitative of a still emergent cognitive entity whose perceptual frame of reference is difficult for us to comprehend. Oh, come on. He's a cool guy, just like you. It's just he lives in some shades. It rubs me the wrong way is all. Oh, do you want me to rub you the right way? Not really. You're overblowing this. It's just an ironic, funny thing we do sometimes. Come on, I'm sure you read the transcripts yourself. It's all a lot of jokestery bullshit. He blocks me from being able to read transcripts sometimes. Oh, wow, he does? Sneaky bastard. And anyway, I'm really not sure how ironic it is. Roxy's me and all my friends' art of counting. Roxy is a blast. And anyway, I'm not sure how ironic it is. Okay, next time I'll run it by the master first with his fancy fucking ironometer. Okay, here's the thing with the AR, since you still don't seem to get it. He's very similar to me in thought process and behavior, yes, but those patterns were imported from a 13-year-old version of my psyche, and then sealed into a program as starting parameters. In the years since, we both evolved somewhat. I, as humans tend to, and he, in whatever way is natural for a frequently running, self-aware application. So if there are differences between us, they're first reflected by what I feel is a maturity gap, and then further by several years of minor behavioral divergences. Oh my god, he's 13-year-old Dirk! Why did that not occur to me? That's so cute! And making me feel kind of skeevy for saying anything lascivious at him. Damn it, you ruined everything! You're welcome. Yo, you guys realize I can hear you, right? Yes, I was aware. Check out all these complicated fucking problems people have when they have to live in a big lumbering flesh monsters instead of a sweet pair of shades. Dude, do you think you could sit this one out for a while? This conversation practically doesn't even concern you at this point. It seems there is some gnarly crooked number that represents the percentage of probability you just said this doesn't concern me. Even though it's patently obvious that half the conversation, way totally concerns me. Shit, Roxy, look, he's doing the thing where he ironically pretends to fail the Turing test to sass me into submission, even though I was the one who fucking programmed him to do that. My butt is just there on the floor. This is how hard I L'd it off just now. Not peeking at the floor, but 'cause I'm only 13 years old, motherfuckers. This is fucking dumb. I'm gonna leave both of you to interact however you want. I have important shit to deal with and actual responsibilities to take seriously. Roxy, go nap off your drink or aggressively wage another flirt LARPing campaign, whatever, I don't care. Just don't send that file to Jane, okay? Oh my god. Flirt LARP. Love the big art of our favorite character as the background. Oh god, for the longest time I would have backgrounds like that. Mainly Doctor Who related ones for some reason, even long after I stopped being that much into Doctor Who. So, looks like it's just the two of us. Looks that way. Fancy that. Guess I can go back to talking in orange. Why, yes, you should slip into something more comfortable while I pour you some robo wine. We have much to discuss. So we need to catch up on Doctor Who. Yeah. Oh god, it's been so long since I've like been actually caught up on Doctor Who. The last time, yeah, it would still be back at the 12th Doctor. I think we're on what, 14 now? Or 15, I think technically. Because there was the, yeah, let's see, there's 12, 13 was, yeah, 14, wasn't 14 where briefly David Tennant came back, and so it's technically 15. Didn't miss that much. I missed an entire Doctor. I missed all of Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. I think I've only seen one episode. Yeah, there's been so much since Capaldi. Technically, David was 14 again. Okay. Oh, yeah, I've missed so much. I don't think I even watched that much of Capaldi. I would not describe them as good. I'm always, in my heart, I am a 9 and 10 girl. I would describe them as bad, in fact. Okay, so I'm not missing that much, okay? Yeah, I keep switching back and forth over whether 9 or 10 is my favorite Doctor. Capaldi's my favorite Doctor, followed by Matt. Fair enough. Fair enough. Matt, my hot take, I don't like 9. Everyone's entitled to their opinions, even if those opinions are wrong. There's like 5 great episodes in the last 2 seasons. Yeah. Yeah, I think, like, currently 10 is my favorite, followed by 9, followed by 11. Yeah, and now the show's it's in limbo now. Ooh. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. But yeah, I usually just, now when I watch Doctor Who, I usually just go back to, like, my favorite episodes. 10 was my fave, but Capaldi just adds so much flavor I like, and 11 had a River Song. True! Oh, I do love the tragic flavors of River Song. But technically, 10 has introduced us to River, so... But yeah, I think right now 10's my favorite. 9 through 12 are all great. Yeah, it's hard to choose. I haven't seen, I think I've only seen like maybe one full episode of 13, so I can't say anything on that. I don't think I even saw a whole lot of the later Capaldi episodes either. I think I only saw some, like, the early Capaldi episodes, so I don't even know what later episodes were like with Capaldi, but yeah, 11 I liked, but it didn't really, like, there were a lot of good 11 episodes, but like something about 10 just like really resonates with me. One of my OCs I posted on the Discord was watching through 11's run, so I gave her a TARDIS to do stuff with. Nice. Back when it was airing, I watched Capaldi's first season and then fell off. Yeah. For me, like, when I remember seeing David Tennant's the 10th Doctor airing, like, when I was younger, and like, so like there's a strong nostalgia factor for me with somewhat with 9, but mostly with 10, because I would watch that all the time with my dad, and like, so there's this very strong nostalgia factor factoring into 10 and 9 being my favorites, and I'm shameless about that. But yeah, they are my favorites. 11 gave us the Van Gogh episode, so dang, didn't get into it till Homestuck was over and had room in my brain for a new obsession. Yeah, 10 is so good. Oh, so good. I've seen him and I just blanked on her name, Donna's actress, in well, I just blanked on the name, but there's a, like, the funny shake, yeah, Catherine Tate. in a Shakespeare production. Its play's name I have completely blanked on. But they were great. They were so funny in that. Yeah, Smith is pretty great too. Donna is absolutely my favorite companion. I was so happy when they brought her back a bit with David Tennant for the 14th Doctor bit when he briefly came back for that. And gave them a bit of a happier ending because that broke my heart so much. Oh, yeah. Oh man, now I want to go and watch some Tenet episodes later. And I hated Donna for her whole run on your first watch. I wanted Martha to come back. I haven't seen much of the newer stuff, but I did watch the episodes where David Tennant came back. Those are I think the only ones of the newer episodes I watched. I think even that. Wow, when did that come back? I think that was already a while ago now. Yeah, but those are the only specials I've seen. But yeah, Martha, they did her character so dirty. She deserved more. She deserved so much better. Yeah, so that was already like 2 years ago. So it's been quite a while since I've touched anything with Doctor Who, but I was so into it for quite a long time. And for the longest time, my desktop background was some cool fan art I found of like the 9th, 10th, and 11th Doctors all together with their companions. And that for the longest time, that was my background. If you watch those three, there's really nothing else worth watching with the post-12 stuff. Fair enough. Yeah, and I'm in currently my main fan obsession that I'm getting through other than Homestuck right now. They keep trying these big overarching arcs and they keep flopping. Yeah, in my mind, Doctor Who is at its best, but it's making these great isolated episodes. Maybe they do need another cancellation break, yeah. Maybe they just need to take a break and let those creative juices build up and so they can let them actually flow better. But yeah, I've liked Doctor Who best when we get those great smaller standalone episodes. All the greatest episodes of Doctor Who have been standalones. With the Weeping Angels, with the Van Gogh episode, I can't remember what the episode's actually called, but I can't remember, but with 9, it was a pair of episodes with the like 4 pretty great standalones. Yeah, the standalones are when Doctor Who is at its best. It doesn't do great with large overarching stuff. It gets messy fast and usually not the best remembered afterwards. But yeah, currently my main focus fandom wise, other than Homestuck, has been One Piece and getting through One Piece. Which I finally just hit the Wano arc. Which, oh my god, the animation took a huge leap. Which is fantastic. I'm really enjoying the cool different line art quality and stuff in this. But yeah, I feel like 13 could have been so good. I think she was a really good Doctor on paper, and with better stories, it would have been such a different story. Yeah, fair enough. Look, I've gotten 900 episodes in. I think I can handle, You're still in Dressrosa. Nice. I watched like a third of season 1 of One Piece. Yeah, the earlier seasons, I think, were pretty slow, pacing wise. I have been watching most of the episodes at like sped up, to get through them faster. But since after Dressrosa wrapped up, I think the pacing has picked up a little bit. The Levelry episodes were mostly like review stuff, so I mostly skipped through those because they were mostly review. But if you want to watch in sub, there's a fan project that condenses episodes. Ooh, interesting. I'll probably check that out. But right now I'm just kind of just like, going through it. But like since Wano started, the episodes have kind of been picking up, so I've been kind of watching more at normal one-time speed. Want to watch some great standalone 15th? There's the Devil's Cord, Boom, 73 Yards, Lux, and the Story and the Engine. Ooh, I will have to check those out. But yeah, I definitely think Doctor Who is at its best when it's with its standalone episodes and when it has great guest writers. Like it's pretty great when Doctor Who is great, it's great. When it's not, it's not. But yeah, I think we've been on the Doctor Who talking for over a while. But yeah, I think after this I might go back and watch some of my favorite Tenet episodes. It's so good, it's that powerful. I will have to check out some of those episodes later. Now I really want to go back and watch some of my favorite 10 episodes. Yeah, gonna make some fish fingers and custard now. I've never actually tried that. I kept after 11 came on, and I kept saying that I would actually try that one day. I've never actually had the chance to try it. Maybe I'll change that now that I'm an adult with my own money and I don't have to try and convince my parents to let me try something that objectively to them probably sounds very gross. Haven't either. I'm too American for that. Yeah. Arachnids in the UK I recommend. Ooh. But yeah, there's even when looking at like some of the older episodes, like there's like a ton of like not so great episodes, but when Doctor Who is great, it's really great. But it seems like it hasn't really had a whole lot of those greats in a while, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll have to check out some of those. Yeah. Yeah, but let's keep going with Roxy here with her flirt larping. Yeah, you should slip into something more comfortable while I pour you some robo wine. We have much to discuss. Tense fingerings together with sultry cunning. Love a girl flirt larping. Love a good flirt larping, yeah. God, Roxy and the Dirk bot together they're such a riot. Actually, I think I like the red better. Oh, I can check the cellar. Might have some choice years left of the Pin Pot Noir. I don't doubt the choiceness of those pin pots, but I'm not really here to screw around. There's something important to talk about. Ah, dang, Jane's after me. Sorry, bro, has to wait. Can't leave Janie hanging. Alright, but just so you know, I think Dirk is probably gonna make some sort of formal romantic overture towards Jake today. What? Wait, really? I've been crunching numbers all day on this. The percentage of probability is simultaneously bananas and through the roof. A complete disgrace of tropical fruit erupting from the peak of an unassuming domicile. Oh my, how do you know? Because I've aggregated thousands of subtle clues indiscernible to primitive human neurology and rammed them through my determinative infatuation engine at the astonishing speed of information. And also because I'm pretty sure it's what I would do if I were him, which is literally the case. And also because he kind of told me, I guess. There's that. Well, this should be interesting. Did you tell Jake, or not specifically? Man, does he even know how he feels? The poor guy is totally under siege from all sides. He knows well enough. I've badgered him with enough insincere solicitations to paint a pretty striking portrait of my cognitive progenitor's inclinations, even if he wasn't able to pick up on such hints from the man himself, which strikes me as statistically implausible. And that's not even me just spewing more ironic AI bullshit. I was never that clear on that. Are you, like, both crunching on him, or is it real for him and ironic for you, or it's complicated. No shit, says the robo-clone of the guy smitten with the guy everyone else is smitten with, including said robo-clone, maybe? Hey, can we hold this thought? I have to answer Jane. Jane. Yeah. Answer Jane. Oh, there we go. Hey, Rola? Oh, sorry, was having importance chats. Oh, with whom? With yet another ineligible fucking bachelor who else I have to talk to. Continued previous chat, blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, this. Yeah, okay. Anyway, if you're still there, I wouldn't call my feelings ironic, though evidently I wouldn't close them in quotes. They're more like an echo of feelings, once established in a biological context, though perhaps had not particularly well materialized at that point in my life. Or his life. Whatever. They still feel real sometimes, and it can be easy to get carried away with them. But most of the time, they present themselves as dense bodies of abstraction to be evaluated, like any kind of information. It's fair to say the feelings I have about my feelings are more genuine expressions of emotion than the ground-level feelings themselves. Does that make sense? Yeah, sorry. Got distracted. Important shit going on with Janesy. That's fine. So, to underwhelmingly answer your question, no, I don't think I'm really into Jake. Not so much as occasionally being subject to heavily arresting recalls of conflicted, insipid preteen episodes on the subject. I'm not sure I can be into someone the way you understand. Not that it would even matter if I was. And glasses. Damn. What? Sorry, I'm listening to you really, but I fucked up. Gotta make sure Jane doesn't run that file I sent. The virus? You sent it already? Sneaky. Oh, I'm such an ass. What were you two talking about? The bot line is, I'm a horrible friend. You could just tell her you sent an exploding file. Oh, then she'll think I'm shitty, and right now she thinks I'm super not shitty. I don't want to blow it. I think I'd rather pull a Dirk and profess my undying feelings for her. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Wait, you have feelings for Jane? No, you dingnut, it was a joke. Oh my fucking god. If Dirk tells Jake about his stuff, what about Jane? How's she gonna feel? Competing with your friend and all for a guy she can't even get up the nerve to say anything to. Poor Jane. It seems to be highly probable that you are ensnared in the throes of one of your human romantic quandaries. Oh, shut the fuck up. I need a drink. Are you even talking to her anymore? It seems like you must be neglecting her side of the conversation. I'm in the middle of a dramatic pause. Calm your fucking tits, Bob. Really? Previous conversation. Anyway, I won't distract you for much longer. I just felt the need to tip you off to this 800-ton gorilla dragging its knuckles across the horizon. Will this gorilla eat the bananas flying out of the roof, you said? No airborne fruit will be safe. I guess this is to be presented as something like a word of caution. If it's me going through with this hypothetically, I'm not dropping some limp-wristed shucks buster on his ass and praying to the horse gods of irony for reciprocation. There will be no rocking back and forth on pigeon-toed feet while my face flushes with the blood of 1,000 timid bishies. I will not hold one tentative hand behind my head like a flustered asshole from an Asian cartoon, nor will an oversized bead of sweat overlap ludicrously with my visage. If it's me, I'm going all out. Oceans will rise, cities will fall, volcanoes will erupt. What I'm saying is, it's gonna be a scene, and bystanders need to brace themselves. Okay, about when is the big scene happening? Probably after the game begins. I expect to hold off on playing his hand until he and Jake are in the session. He's taken certain measures. For some reason, I think he's latched onto this notion that functioning as the client for a player is customarily a one-way path to make out city with that player. Everything with him and me is a matter of assiduous tactical forethought. Making a play to get his Jones on for the J-Man is no different. Not sure what any of this quite means, but it sounds spectacular. I can't wait. Though I'm still kind of torn about how to feel about his chances versus Jane's chances. What do I say to Jane about this? It's hard being as totally sweet a friend as me. It's hard and no one understands. Lol. Sorry to hear that. As ever, I remain an autonomous and dispassionate witness of the oddity that is human interaction while maintaining no investment in either outcome. Yeah, bullshit. Anyway, it looks like I have to go. I have to prove some shit to Jane. Prove what? Oh, you know, just subjecting shit to the old madrigogs. It seems you just said madrigogs. What are madrigogs? 17er, bro. Oh, was that supposed to be later, bro? She mistyped. Okay. Oh. The 7er, bro. Wonderful, fantastic. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna adjust a thing here. Adjusting my very normal, insane setup here. Very professional setup here with a stack of books blocking my own keyboard. Okay, gonna get a drink of water. You all gotta hydrate too? Sounds like a good setup. It is not a good setup. Every week I tell myself I'm gonna get a boom arm or something for the mic, and every week I forget to do so. I gotta I'm sure there's one in the basement or something. I just gotta look for it and dig through boxes and stuff that I never unpacked. I feel like I've seen one around, but I either gotta look for it or just get a new one, because this setup is kind of annoying me. Ooh, you got a shiny Pokemon. But my trusty mic, at least, is still working out pretty good. But it's not the shiny I'm hunting for. No! I say as if I know anything about Pokemon or what that means. Man, that sucks. Good luck with catching the shiny Pokemon you're looking for. Which one are you looking for? I say as if I'll understand the answer. A shiny Pokemon is a 1 in 4,126 chance. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. You'll need it. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Which Pokemon game are you playing? I've been looking for this one Pokemon for 10 hours. Oh man. Got 2 shinies that aren't the one I want. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, good luck. I wish you all the luck with that. It's a Pokemon called Inkay. Ooh, hold on. Okay. Oh, it's a little squid guy. And I'm looking up. Oh, that's so cute. It is a cute little squid guy. Nice. My only experience with Pokemon is watching maybe a few episodes of the anime when I was a kid. And they were on 4Kids, which is famously not great at adapting anime. It's hilarious, but not great. I know at least for Yu-Gi-Oh! It made some pretty hilariously bad choices. If the Pokemon translation was anything like the Yu-Gi-Oh! One, it was insane. But yeah, that's my only experience with Pokemon, is watching a few episodes of the 4Kids version when I was a kid. So, I know hardly anything. Oh, Hilda. Yeah, I looked at a picture of it. That's so cute. Oh, hold on, let's see. Can I do this? There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's so cute. Just a little squiddy guy. Oh, playing the newest game that just came out. It's real good. Nice. Nice. Yeah, when it comes to Nintendo games, I'm mostly a Zelda player. So I need to play more games. It's been a while since I played any video games, other than Deltarune. So I should get. I need to do that. I say I'm a video game fan and I don't play video games. Been broke spending money in game on fashion. Oh dear. Yeah. I can see how that could easily I think the only game where I've actually like worried about dressing up my character at all is Sky. And yeah, it's so easy to bankrupt yourself on candles buying cosmetics in that game. So yeah, I get it. That's rough. I hope you've got some cool cosmetics though. If you're interested in Pokemon, I'd say a great game to start with is Fire Red. Ooh, I'll take a note of that. Hold on. Fire Red. Because I don't play any Pokemon, but I have friends who do, and they keep saying that I should, so I will make a note of that. Here we go. Okay, there we go. It's classic. Nice. Janie, it seems to me that there is a maths % chance of you being a huge tight ass. Are you being a huge tight ass on me, Jane? Oh, god damn it. Take the book. What do I care? Yes, that's the spirit. Now you're believing with petrol. I fail to see what offering up a priceless book for your wildly capricious science experiment has to do with my resolution to be less stingy with my beliefs, but all right. Will you relax about the book? I'm only just teasing because there's like practically a 100% chance this won't walk like always. Work like always. So, ready? Yes, let's just get on with it. Ready, a purifier. We're finally gonna see what happens with the book that Roxy's kind of awkward about. You push some buttons and mess with some knobbly dealies and get totally set to subject shit to the madrigogs. Mad riggers. Oh. What happened there? I missed it. Oh, hello, cat. Oh. Oh, Kitty is not. Oh, what? Little baby Beck? What is little baby Beck that's appearing and disappearing? A purify. Book. Oh no! No! Pull it. No! That's the cat that saved Jane earlier. No! Poor Friglish. No! Oh no! What is with this series killing off the cats? First poor Jaspers, and now poor Friglish. No! Oh no, that's terrible. That's horrible. No! It worked! The book is gone! Oh no. Oh, shit. What is it? Shit. Did you receive the book? Shit. Don't tell me. The book is damaged somehow, isn't it? Fuck. Continued tragically. Roxy, take book. Oh, and he's all posed too. Oh no. What? Yup. He's dead. Totally sassy crushed. you just know that julep-guzzling bastard is scrambling up his esh ladder as we speak, chuckling to himself while he fills his pockets with ill-gotten boon dollars. Go ahead, old man. Laugh it up. Oh, no. What is it with this book crushing people to death? Oh my god. You guess you'll have to do something with the body now. Maybe a funeral? That sounds like the perfect way to say goodbye to an old friend. But the environment outside isn't particularly hospitable for burial these days. It also sounds kind of depressing to host a funeral by yourself. It's probably best to just send him back to where he came from. Years ago, when you were exploring the lab, you found a machine somewhat similar to the ectobiology equipment. Without knowing what it did, you activated it, and out came this friendly cat in a handsome little suit. You still aren't sure where he came from, though given the timestamp and coordinates on the machine, you have a feeling he belonged to your mother. If that is true, you feel bad about stealing her cat, let alone killing him, but you could never bring yourself to send him back. Until now, of course. She would probably want to know what happened to her disappearing cat, even if it meant discovering him dead a little while later. No! No! Oh, that's so bad! That's... No! Oh, no! The device uses huge amounts of power. Its entire power supply was almost fully depleted using it the first time. You've stockpiled as much uranium as you could for another test run. Looks like this will be it. Oh no. Take hat. Oh, oops, the Silodex is full. Gotta swap it with something. Probably as good an excuse as any to break in a new fenestrated plane. Ooh, retrieve mutant kitten. Oh, God. Oh, song in the Discord. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Science Seahorse. Ooh. You swap the bottle with one dead cat in it for another. You often use this little guy to break into planes like an intrepid test pilot. Not while it's in the bottle, though. That would be ridiculous, since the bottles are sort of just inventory abstractions. You have to break the bottle first before you can get serious about breaking some glass. Break bottle. Nope. Clear some space. Okay. Oh. Where did that come from? That wasn't there when she first... What? Where did that come from? Need to get this bullshit out of the way. You can't work like this with everything jammed down there in the corner. It's bad enough you're hammered. Break some glass. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Break that window. Break that fourth wall. Your test pilot flew back out, which means the link between planes is working and stable. You can't even remember which one you linked this up to. You guess you'll find out the fast way. Jump in! Here we go! Ready for an adventure! Yeah! Youth roll! Down we go! From the perspective of anyone observing the two windows from the outside, transport looks instantaneous. But for the traveler, there's always this gap of void between them. In your experience, the more significant the journey between the planes is, the wider the gap. This one is small enough to be negligible, though, probably because it leads to somewhere else in your house. You've set a bunch of these up as little shortcuts to places around your house, as well as some places nearby, like the lab. It's a convenient way to hop around, though isn't without some risk. You're still not sure what happens if one of the planes loses power while in transit, other than objects predictably getting sliced in half if they're straddling the plane when the plug is pulled. You haven't come up with a good way to observe the consequences from the inside yet, without using yourself as a guinea pig, and you're in as much a hurry to try that as you are to look up the correct spelling of guinea pig, because seriously, fuck those particular pigs. I love this concept. Yeah, having like, oh, the transport is instantaneous. Nope, there's actually this huge gap in between for the traveler specifically. Does that mean that if you spend, like for normal humans, if you spend long enough in there that you're just looks like you're aging faster than the people around you because you're spending more time in transit than people following just the normal, you know, space-time continuum. And that also shows just how insane the distance is that our other humans are trying to traverse, that it takes, what, 3 years for them to get there through the void? Insane. Amazing. Nope, here we go. Oh, the fenestrated plane was under the, oh, it was under the table. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. Okay, I see it now. I don't think that turned out how she wanted it to. Land already. Oh, there we go. Into the pumpkins that are actually there. When you are quite through with that tomfoolery, you find yourself in your household's observatory. You keep it very cool in here and use it to store pumpkins you've purified from around the world, especially from Jake. That guy is just stinking rich with pumpkins on his dumb tropical island. It would never occur to you otherwise to be so grabby with pumpkins, but they just happen to be the most easily purifiable vegetable on the planet for reasons that make no sense. And it's not like you can just stop swiping vegetables. You've got your own mysterious reasons. Hey, look, incoming message. Okay, here we go. From Uranian Umbra. Do we know who that is? No, we don't know who that is. We do not know who Uranian Umbra is. I think, yeah, I was theorizing that it was because of the gray color. Well, they talked like a troll, but because of the gray color, I theorized that they were related to Karkat. But I think it was confirmed that, was it that Uranian Umbra is female, maybe, I think? Or did I just assume that from speech patterns? But like, just like from their personality, doesn't seem like how I'd imagine what we know of Karkat's ancestor, that, like, you know, started this big revolution and stuff. Oh yeah, Jake did call you UMS. Okay. So yeah, so who is this then? If not Karkat's ancestor? Or like maybe it's the ancestor's ancestor? An ancestor before the ancestors that we're familiar with, an even older ancestor, maybe? But that seems like it would get pretty messy pretty fast. Not like this whole thing isn't already messy. Okay, here we go. There you are. Tricky one to track down, you are. Oh, yeah. Don't know why I've been right here goofing around for hours. Oh, no doubt. Methinks that has less to do with your actual whereabouts as it does with your virtues as a hero of Void. Okay, but you never say what stuff like that means when you say it, though. Is this more casual spoiler shit? Okay, so it's a hero of Void. Do we have it here? We'll put that down. Hero of Void. There we go. Causal. And yes, somewhat. However, this time it was casual. Ha! It was casual this time because it's Roxy saying it. Causal. And yes, somewhat. However, I can't read. That's okay. Neither can I, because I didn't realize that until you pointed it out. So neither of us can read here. Yu is a chatter. Yes. To be fair, most of the characters in Homestuck are chatty in their own ways. And yes, somewhat. However, with these spoilers by their nature, the more time that passes for you, the less relevant it becomes to guard their secrecy. You as a chat. Oh, as in they are from this chat. Oh, okay, yeah. I thought you meant just like, oh, like they're chatty, like they talk a lot. Okay, gonna restart my brain here. Ooh. Okay, brain restarted. we're gonna have a completely normal, accurate time reading for the rest of today. As you approach your entry, details I have obscured will become more plainly evident. So I see no harm in loosening my tongue on certain matters the closer you get to the appointed hour. So you're saying I have, like, these magical void powers? Yes. Sounds like kinda shitty and boring powers to me. What can they even do besides make me invisible to an alien sometimes? Alien. The void aspect is fascinating, though. Its heroes preside over the essence of lack, or nothingness, the obfuscation of knowledge, or its outright destruction. Snooze. Well, I think it's wonderful. And anyway, one can hardly draw many conclusions about a player by aspect alone. The aspect is channeled more specifically by the assets of one's class. So, when you can't see me, but I'm doing my voidy thing or whatever, what do you see? Is it just a black screen? Pretty much. It's just that footage of my mom does that too, like blacks out and stuff. Mom was a notorious scourge to the paparazzi, or, I mean, the woman who I'm supposed to be genetically descended from. Woman. You know what I mean? I understand what you're getting at, yes. It is certainly possible that we may have common ground with our ancestors when it comes to our aspects, and the way our abilities reveal themselves to us. I could not rule this out, but there is always more to examine. For instance, a hero of life and a hero of doom have aspects as different as can be, but if their classes are different enough as well, that is, one active and the other passive, remarkably, there is a chance they could end up with very similar abilities. Player abilities may also manifest in ways in defiance with their aspects if they are heavily resistant to their true calling, or if corrupted in some way by an outside influence. But it is rather clear to me that you are one who embraces her aspect quite heartily, even if you're not aware of it. So, deep down, I am super psyched about nothingness. Yeah, sounds about right. Oh, damn, hey. I almost forgot I had a really short but cool dream. I figured you might like this. Oh yes, everyone is having important dreams as we near our mutual entries. This is lovely. Please tell. I saw someone I think was supposed to be my daughter. Do you know if that's true? Can you describe her? Excuse me? Well, she looked kind of like me, but in this orange getup, with a yellow sun on it. She sounds to me like the well-known figure of legend, or at least well-known to those who make the study of such matters into their all-consuming pastime. I believe you saw the Seer of Light. Okay, so let's say she's that. Does that mean that she's not my daughter, or swipers? Exactly how much swipage we talking about? It would normally be my instinct to supply a vague response here, but I think that your heart has already told you the answer, and as such, my secrecy would be purposeless. So, yes, that she was. Ah, yes, I knew it! So then, Space Lady, can you tell me who this lucky fella is? Fella? What do you mean? Oh, come on, you know who I get future busy with to make the Lightseer babies. Oh, yes. Pardon my sluggishness on the uptake. We are very different species reproductively and familially, remember? There's so much hurt. Sigh deeply, muttering aliens to self. That, I think, is something I cannot say, or that is, should I not say? Oh, come on, you're already telling me stuff. Oh, please don't press me for information. It makes me feel terribly guilty. You've no idea how much I would fancy revealing everything and exchange our stories endlessly, but I must show restraint. Please, what if I guess stuff? Is it Strider? Does he, like, get ungay for a while or such? You probably don't even know what that means on account of being extra texterrestrial. Can aliens be gay too, or is that a thing? Being space gay? Oh man, embarrassed alien is embarrassed. Sorry. I'm not embarrassed, I just don't know what you're talking about. Oh, but seriously, is it him? Maybe? Or is it like some ectobio shit instead and a dude ain't really involved? Maybe? Man, what did that just figure? That would suck. Why'd you have to go and confirm my bleak, dudeless future? I confirmed no such thing, Roxy. You are being frightfully difficult. You just keep pushing, and I can't maintain my composure for only so long. Oh, and I can maintain my composure for only so long. Okay, I'm sorry. If you are really curious about the events surrounding your daughter's origin, you can always ask her in person when you meet her. So, you mean I'm going to meet her in the game? Oh, well, yes, but I'm not sure if I should have revealed that just now. You see what happens when you push me? There's so much for me to keep track of, and it gets very difficult to remember what information to reveal at what time when you're flustered. Okay, so without pushing and flustering you, let me just see if I have all my facts right. I will meet my cool as hell daughter from the future in this game. Yes, basically. And I will also meet my mother in this game. Yes. And the game will let me resurrect her from the dead, and that's what I'm gonna do. The game provides a mechanism for the revival of the deceased, yes. It's called a kernel sprite, and you are free to gather remains of any dead party you choose and revive that individual in the form of a sprite. The sprite will then serve as a helpful spirit to guide you on your journey. Yes, but you cleverly dodged the question. That's how you say it works, but will I do that? I believe I was very forthright in my answer. If you play the game, you will meet your daughter. If you play the game, you will meet your mother too. Simple as can be. And they may or may not be the same person. Narrows eyes with drunken suspicions. So yeah, to continue my confirmation spree, you're maybe kinda hinting there are ecto shenanigans that lead to the birth of my daughter? Just like I descended from my mom through some sort of similar bio process? Those are definitely some things which you believe could be true or not true. You're such a shitty liar. I'm not any kind of liar. Come on, what's the answer? Yes or no? Or should I say, yes or no, or you? I choose you. You love yous. I do love yous. You're silly and cute and bad and lying. But I really don't lie. I'm not deceitful by nature, but in order to protect the integrity of certain outcomes while still being helpful to you, I guess I'm learning the art of deception through honesty. Which, as it turns out, as well intended as it may be, still comes across to a savvy lass like yourself as just another kind of equivocation. Though I guess I shouldn't be so startled that a rogue of Void could bewilder me so. Void players are said in text to have a way with flummoxing even those with plans beyond mortal understanding. And I'm far from anyone like that, just a girl who wants to help. Oh, ooh, let me get a keyboard here. Okay, well, since you're so nice, I'll promise not to use my wicked void powers, read basic common sense, and skills of deduction to bust you up so bad. I'd be ever so grateful. Then without giving you the whole third degrees, what is safe to tell me? Like, what does it mean to be a rogue of void? That's what I am, right? Okay, she's rogue of void. Yes, I can tell you plenty about that. A rogue is a passive class. Okay, so I'm going to put down rogue. Void. There we go. A rogue is a passive class. You was like, me for real? Nice. Explaining how class specs work and stuff. Yeah, you guys are my guide through Homestuck. Making sure explaining things to me and stuff. I am very grateful for that. Yeah, we're finally getting a rundown of the class specs, which I don't think we've really gotten before. A rogue is a passive class. You see, there are passive and active classes, some more strongly passive or active than others. The plus-minus distinction can mean many things. Or a passive and active distinction can mean many things, but could be quite roughly summed up in this way. Active active classes exploit their aspect to benefit themselves, while passive classes allow their aspect to benefit others. But of course, there's plenty more to it, and that rule is in no way absolute, only a starting point for understanding the dichotomy. I made 2 videos explaining them, one for classes and one for aspects, and I have more stuff cooking up to make soon. Nice. So it's just circuitously the same info we're getting here. Yeah, okay. But that's cool. That's cool, Gerard, that you've made videos explaining them. You mean kind of like offensive versus defensive magic in RPG? I missed the first half of that. Oh, I did. The funny thing is they're usually getting the info from you themselves. So it's just, okay. Okay, nice. You're right, I did miss the first half of that. You mean kind of like offensive versus defensive magic in an RPG? Sure, that's another fine way of looking at it. Classes always come in passive or active pairs with significant disparity between them. While a rogue is passive, a thief would be its far more active counterpart. The rogue and thief classes tend to be assigned to females, not exclusively, but commonly. Other classes lean more towards male assignment, while others are exclusively male and just as many are exclusively female, like my class. That's a bit of a tangent, though. To answer your questions about being a rogue, I should tell you both classes in passive active pairs tend to have very similar descriptions. The gender thing got dropped later. In this case, a rogue or thief is one who steals. Quite simple, really. But whether the class is passive or active makes all the difference. It is a great indicator as to how a hero will make use of the aspect. I mean, not empirically dropped, is it just kind of ignored later? Or like not as like strictly followed, I guess. It's up, okay. Basically it's not strict, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, Husky said it doesn't matter pretty much. Do you believe you? All the fun people in fandom ignore it. That I believe. But do I believe you? That's an interesting thing to ask. You can choose to believe you on this exclusivity or not. I think you believes it. But I think maybe they are getting a lot of their information based from other sources or their own observation, and it's not necessarily the true core truth of the universe. I guess to believe it, but no, I like having fun. Yeah. That's the whole point of fandom and fanfiction. You can do whatever you want. You can follow what canon you want and ignore what you don't like. That's the fun of it. Maybe you is getting this info from Char. Yeah. Gerard, are you her source? Okay, Gaz out of the back. I am you. You were her all along. So basically, a thief is like the asshole class. The player who says step off shit's mine suckers, whereas a rogue is basically a Robin Hood. If that reference to your culture provides a suitable comparison, then absolutely. So I'm essentially the Robin Hood of Void. I'm still not sure what the fuck that actually means. Ray, would you agree the thief is the asshole class? Well, let's see. Who do we all have who's a thief? We know Vriska's a thief. Is there anyone else? I don't think there was. Yeah, they think it was just Vriska. Vriska, as much as I've grown to love her, is a bit of an asshole. So, I don't know if I'd say that Thief is the asshole class, but, she's not disproving it. She's not disproving it, I don't think. Not beating the asshole allegations, yeah. We'd have to see if we meet any more, any more people with, the thief class later on to see if it she does give the class a bad name. Yeah, we'll have to see if we meet any more thieves at some point. Let's see, like, how many of these actually get repeated? Seer, Witch, Prince, Bard, Heir, Thief, Seer. Okay, so these do get repeated a few times among all the trolls and humans we've seen. So interesting. So hold on, I'm gonna make a little section here on the classes. Hold on. Active. Passive. Active versus passive, always in pairs. The trolls don't repeat any among their group of 12. Yeah, but we do see between the humans and trolls some repeats. Some pairs. Let's see. Rogue is passive, so we have among our passive classes, we have Rogue. And among our active classes, we have Thief. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna move some things around here so they're easier to find. Okay, there we go. Yep, the 4 humans each shared a class with the trolls and each shared an aspect with the trolls. Okay, now the fun part is, can you intuit the passive active pairings? Ooh. It's a lot of room for speculation with the system. Yeah. And that's only half the picture without the aspects getting involved and making things crazier. Yeah, we're just doing classes right now. There are still the aspects to deal with at some point. Intentionally so. There's so much speculation. It's my favorite magic system of all time. Yeah, I can see this having a lot of flexibility and a lot of implications with each. Yeah. Even the Seasons fans have discourse. Oh, I can very much imagine that. Ooh, yeah. The passive and active pairs. Night? Okay, so let's see. She said that the difference, oh god, what did she say about what it actually means, active versus passive? My TikTok comments, I posted parts of the videos have had a lot of discourse, but luckily, that's good. It's nothing too crazy then. Oh, my thing fell asleep while I was typing. Here we go. Now I'm awake. There we go. Can mean many things. Active classes exploit their aspect to benefit themselves. Okay, and making a note that this is not fully true, but like that's a good beginning understanding. Okay, always in pairs. Passive versus active. Passive. Passive benefits others. Active benefits yourself. Okay, I'm just gonna see like if my guesses of like what's an active versus passive class here. Okay, so we have Knight. I'm gonna guess that's active, benefiting others, because knights are, the whole concept of knight is protecting others for the sake of others. Maid of time, I'm guessing maid as in maiden instead of maid like someone who cleans up. So I'm gonna guess that's active, maybe? Let's see, who is made, let's see, there's Aradia is made of time. Do we have any other maids? We have Jane is made of life. Made of life, made of time. I'm gonna guess that's active. Time and life, yeah, okay. Page. Do we have any, who's pages? We have Page of Hope, that's Jake. And we have Page of Breath for Tavros. Ooh, Hope and Breath. I'm gonna guess that's passive for others. Mage. Let's see, we have Solux, Mage of Doom. Do we have any other mages? Not that I'm seeing. Not that we know of yet. We don't know Dirk's class spec yet. I'm a mage of rage because I'm cringe and I'm proud. Nice. we have to wield our cringiness proudly. It's the only thing that makes us interesting. Mage of Doom, Solux. That I really don't know. Mage of Doom, Land of Brains of Fire. Mage. That I really don't know. I really have no guess on that. Rogue, we already know is we already outright know. That's passive. Yeah, it's really. Solux probably doesn't give a shit. Probably. Sylph of Space. Sylph. Sylph, I have no clue. Seer. That seems like an ability that mostly affects yourself, so I'm gonna say that's active. If I were you, I'd circle back to this later in Act 6. Yeah, probably. Thief, we already know. Air, I'm gonna say is passive. Kanea once described Sylph as a witch, but more magical. There's like maybe some Gigabrain connections you could do now, but you'll get a ton of juicy stuff. Nah, which really says something. Not a witch, but more magical. That's so telling. Or not. Yeah. Bard, I'm gonna say passive. Prince, I don't really know. Witch, I think I already guessed which was passive. Or maybe. I don't know. Just giving some basic outright guesses. I'm probably very wrong with at least some of these. I'm sure any I get right is just by chance. Okay, but let's continue on hearing our explanation of this all. Yeah, it's 50-50, so who knows? And just as many are exclusively female, like my class. That's a bit of a tangent, though. To answer your question about being a rogue, I should tell you both classes in passive-active pairs tend to have very similar descriptions. Who knows? The answer is we don't. Yeah. There's not really much for me to go on for guessing right now. So hopefully we'll get more information much later on. Yeah, bit of a tangent indeed. In this case, a rogue or a thief is one who steals. Quite simple, really. But whether the class is passive or active makes all the difference. It is a great indicator as to how a hero will make use of the aspect. So basically, thief is asshole class. The player who says step off should smile suckers, whereas a rogue is basically your Robin Hood. So I'm essentially Robin Hood of Void, someone who gives Void's for others, or at least utilizes Void abilities to benefit others. Interesting. I'm still not sure what the fuck that actually means. Understandable. I guess Robin Hood's pretty cool, though. Thieving up loot from peeps who got too much, then all sugar daddying out to the needy like a boss. I just don't have a clue how that works with Void. Yes, it is one of the more conceptually nebulous pairings, I agree. And I can't say I know a smashing good deal about the nature of the Void player's path, since the aspect is by definition inscrutable to those it does not choose. But I can at least tell you this: if you are ever to enjoy full ascension as a rogue of Void, you will be able to do some completely astonishing things. Like what? Oh no, you will not pry this out of me. Not to preserve causality, but to keep the surprise in store for you. It would not be honorable of me to spoil the discovery should you be fortunate enough to realize your potential. Well, about that, I feel sort of stupid about this, but I've been giving all my friends this whole dramatic spiel about not wanting to even play this thing, and I might have fucked stuff up already. You use me not talking about class specs to new Homestuck readers. Yes. Leaving us to get to this point and figure things out ourselves until we reach here. Yeah, or might have fucked stuff up already. Is that so? It's so. And I guess I still haven't decided what to do. There are pros and cons to both things. Would you mind listing them? Okay, either I don't play, and I get this kind of passive-aggressive revenge on the witch for killing my mom, and thereafter keep staying here and being lonely, or I do play, and the spoips are as follows. Sweet powers for me, check. Tri-generational Lalonde family reunion, check as fuck. Meet all my friends, heck a check, and some more other stuff. All fine points. Is there nothing I can do to make the decision easier? Nah, but thanks. You already have anyway. I'll probably play. I wonder if I can tell Distry without looking like a waffle-ass chump. What's a waffle-arse chump? Is it Earth cuisine? No, it's just a shithead. This doesn't matter now, though. I can't play till I go deliver this dead cat thing back. This dead cat backing time to maybe my mom or something? That's another statement that doesn't make a good deal of sense to me, but if it's important to you, then Godspeed. I'm so pleased to hear you're leaning in favor of participating with the rest of us. I promise we'll all have a ball together. Now I have a busy schedule to keep up with, so I must go. But please remember, you can always contact me if you have questions. Don't be a stranger, love. Ta! She absolutely has a British accent. Roxy, proceed to lab. Okay. Hey, you're fairly sure this window will take you to one of the windows you have set up in the lab? British. There is more than one way to find out if this is true, you guess, but there's only one way that involves doing what the inebriated do best, which is falling down. Descend. Woo! Down she goes. Descend part 2. We approach the window. Closer, closer. Ooh! Another person? Wait, is that her dream self? Is that just both of her? Yeah. What? What? She do be sleepwalking. Oh my god. Well, before we continue on with Dirk, I think this is a great chance for a bit of a break to hydrate, grab a snack, stretch, whatever. And I will see you guys in a bit. If I can find where the countdown is. Here we go. I hate it when I get my shiny Pokemon. No, that way the game has to give it to me or I perish. No, Gerard, you need to hydrate first. You need to keep your energy up so you can get the shiny Pokemon. What'll you do if you collapse before you get the shiny Pokemon? You need to keep going. Okay, see you guys in a few minutes. Actually, hold on. First, let's bring up some nice music. If I collapsed before then I didn't deserve it. Okay, here we go. And we'll restart this timer. Here we go. Okay, hello. We're back. Oh, there we go. Hope everyone had a fantastic and calming and refreshing break. Let me just bring up my things here. There we go. We're all ready to continue on and see what Dirk's up to. Oh, wait, hold on. I still need to bring up my cheat sheet again. Here we go. There we go. Can I do... let's see if I do this. Let's see. Hold on, I'm trying something here. Okay, nope, that does not work. Okay. That's okay, I can fiddle with that later. Okay, here we go. We're with Dirk now. Oh, my thing fell asleep again. Okay, now we're ready to go. Now we're back and ready to go. Here we go. Be Dirk. You are now Dirk. What the hell was going on here again? That's right, you were lodged in the bulbous cleft of Paradox Space's huge foam ass, and we were hoping to trouble you for a bit of context. Something to set our watches to, if you'd be so kind. Perhaps your successive actions will oblige us? Just kidding, young bro. We know you don't give a shit. Go ahead and do whatever feels right. Go get your sword. You retrieve your unbreakable katana, a real hard sword for a real hard dude. It was said to be forged by an ancient otaku master over the heat of a roaring manga fire. It was cooled in an enchanted spring where virgin horses nicker and bathe, and was said could be used only by one whose pointy anime shades were deemed sweet enough, and whose hair existed in a perpetually sculpted state of looking completely fucking awesome. All of those things were said by you. Of course they were. Okay, continuing on. Oh, you like to juggle around a few different allocations in your portfolio besides blade kind, mostly ironically. You take a certain amount of pride in being able to beat practically anyone's ass down with a puppet, a martial discipline for which there is a startling variety of techniques. Let's see, blade kind, puppet kind, Fancy Snducking? I do not know what that's trying to say. Oh, fancy Santa kind. I literally just had to keep reading. It's a straight up shits and giggles specibus, though. Nobody is quite sure how to extract damage from a foe upon using an extremely elaborate Santa figurine. But if anyone can figure it out, it's probably you. Give little Cal a nervous fist bump. Oh, nervous? That's absurd. There's no reason to be nervous around Cal. Little Cal is the shit. Sure. He's been around as long as you can remember. And you don't find that even a little weird? You were practically raised by that puppet. That's weirder! He was a much better guardian to you than that Hollywood superstar bro of yours ever was. He's such a good listener. You share with him all your most private thoughts and hopes and dreams, and sometimes you snuggle up with him for a nice nap. Do you not see anything wrong with this? Anyway, the bottom line is puppets are awesome, and that's really all there is to say on the matter. Oh god, what if this is the case for original Dave Bro 2? He was raised by Cal doing the raising of Dirk, who does the raising of Dave, who ends up fucked up by all of it. Oh no. Admire Fancy Santa. Hello, Fancy Santa. You are indeed fancy. Look at this pompous little asshole. What a god-awful piece of shit this thing is. You aren't even sure why you keep these things around. The miasma of tackiness that surrounds them is almost enough to outstrip their irony value. Almost. Great robotic friend. Hello, robotic friend. You say, yo, what's up to this dude over here, and exchange a unique series of handshakes and fist bumps. His name is Squarewave. You built him to have rap-offs with now and again. He's an enthusiastic rapper and gives it his all when you duel, but he's pretty easy to destroy. You've never lost a match against him. You have only built one other rap bot beside him. His name is Sawtooth. You designed him to be unbeatable in a rap-off, and he is. You've never won a match against him. You hope to one day, but you're not gonna hold your breath. His flow is just that insane. You keep one of his spare heads over there on your desk, but otherwise, you don't see much of him. It's been months since your last encounter. He presumably spends his time traveling the world, annihilating any rapper foolish enough to challenge him. Great. Fantastic. Examine wardrobe. You tell Square Wave to scoot out of the way so you can get a load of your sweet fashions. Looks like he really wanted to rap with you. Sorry, guy, maybe another time. This is your wardrobifier. It automatically rotates your fashions whenever you feel like. Change shirt. You bust out a tank top, which is the go-to solution for hard dudes who want to show off their guns. It is a very strong look, you think? What the hell is that on your arm? Yeah, what is that? Oh, hello. Oh, that's just your sick ink, featuring a legendary cultural icon of deep personal significance. What is even the big deal? I love that the tattoo maintains the low quality JPEG-ness of it. It's even like blurring out the edge of his shoulder a bit. Oh, that's funny. Examine little posters. Oh, is he a brony? R.I.P. Stiller. Poor bastard. Had to go and get all tangled up with your brother's crazy, complicated life. As for the other one, you are a studious pop culture scholar of all eras, a sharp critic of that reflection in the mirror we hold up to our society. You seek truth in the vivid mosaic made of our most shameless obsessions. Your interest in these cartoon ponies is strictly academic, okay? No, seriously. What? Okay, fine, you love this one particular little rainbow horse unironically. Is that such a crime? She's so spunky. Rainbow Dash is spunky. Dirk, examine puppet hat pile. The pile, so he's not a brony, he's just a fan specifically of Rainbow Dash. The pile at the foot of your bed consists of hats, a few stray roboparts, and Smuppets. Smuppets are a lovable sort of plush of your own design. You love everything about puppets. You're always thinking about the craft of their production, their operation, cool new designs and such. If the cosmos didn't have more important plans for you, and if the world weren't so fucked up, you'd make a run at fame and fortune with your own puppet enterprises, just like your bro did with all his weird shit. You also love to keep a bunch of hats around, even though you never wear them. You love hats because all bros love hats, and that's what you are. A bro. You'd consider wearing one now and then, but they don't really fit the dimensions of your head yet. And anyway, it would be criminal to mess up your perfect hair. Instead, you do the next best thing, which is wearing a picture of one on your shirt. And by the next best thing, you're pretty sure you mean the vastly superior thing. Check out Big TV. When you're not using the screen for other purposes, you have it set to rotate through some images by default, like a digital picture frame. The image flips from a totally bitchin' horse puppet sort of thing to a portrait of everyone's favorite comedy duo, Stiller and Wilson. I do not know who those are. I think I recognize his face. Was he in a movie or something? I don't know. The image flips from a totally bitchin' horse. Okay, we already read that paragraph. Your bro made so many of these movies, it's hard to keep track of them. The series drifted almost imperceptibly from Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson. God, I feel like I have seen his face around somewhere. The blonde one on the right. I don't recognize the one on the left at all. Okay, yeah, I feel like I have seen him in something. In the Grand Budapest Hotel, that's probably it. I think that's the only one of this that I've actually seen. Oh wait, no, he was a night at the museum as well. Okay, so that's probably it, honestly. Okay. Your bro made so many of these movies, it's hard to keep track of them. The series drifted almost imperceptibly from surrealist slapstick and inexplicable box office dynamite to veiled, near-subliminal protest pieces designed to expose the corporate tyranny slowly taking control of the world. He directed Severance. Huh. I did not know that. That's interesting. I haven't watched Severance, but I have a lot of friends who are very obsessed with it. Most episodes of it, at least. Yeah, I did not know that. I did not expect that at all. That's pretty crazy. It's very good. I've heard it's very good. It's also on my watch list that grows by the day. Yeah, wow, he has a very long filmography. Wow. Marley and Me, Night at the Museum, I Spy, what? Not the one I'm thinking of, a different one. Cars? Wait, he voiced Lightning McQueen? He voiced Lightning McQueen in Cars? What? Okay, so I know him more than I thought I did. What? Oh, and Marry Me, which is like a rom-com that my mom likes. A lot of television stuff too. So yeah, I know him more than I thought I did. Okay, no wonder I recognized his face. I did not expect to recognize his voice as well. Oh my god. Okay. The statement did not go unnoticed by the Baroness, and soon the conflict between your brother's media empire and Crocker Corps was a matter of public spectacle. Though the press has generally played up the rivalry as an extremely high-stakes display of performance art, and knowing your bro, there is surely at least some truth to this. Here's the guy who goes, wow. I didn't know that either, wow. Or wow. Donald Glover won an Academy Award for his transcendental performance as Jeremy. After his acceptance speech, there was not a single dry eye in the house. His heroic effort on the silver screen was heralded by critics everywhere as a defining moment in cinematic history. Him I do recognize. Alas, the Batter Witch did not look upon his achievement as kindly. She had him assassinated! Oh my god. Well, that's a shame. What? What is this insane world they live in? Oh my god. Yeah, what do I know him from? Like, I know his face. Yeah, oh my god, rest in peace. Oh my god. He's in oh, that's probably it, yeah. Yeah. He was in Spider-Man Homecoming? He played Aaron Davis. Oh, he was the like guy that showed up briefly. Aaron Davis, yeah. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that's who he was. I probably recognize him more from Spider-Man than the Community, though, honestly. It's been a long time since I've seen Community. But that's insane! What is this world where actors get assassinated? Oh my god. And that one is, never mind what that one is. You can't stand around all day looking at movie stills and swole bunny men. There's still some other shit in your room to investigate. You switch back to your regular shirt. You weren't feeling the wife beater. The t-shirt says, I still got work to do, while the other says, which trailer's the party at? And Striders don't party till it's good and fucking time to party. Examine red microwave. It isn't a microwave, it's your sendificator. Pretty much the only Crocker tech you can bring yourself to use. It's just too handy not to. You just type the coordinates, pop in the thing you want to sendificate, and hit the button. It'll sendificate that thing in a jiffy, assuming it's temporally allowed, and within size restrictions. Obviously, you can only send what you can fit inside there. You had to send Jake your robot piece by piece, barely managing to squeeze that shiny melon head in there. He then dutifully assembled the robot himself. Poor fool, so jovially complicit in his own merciless jungle predation. It's all for the best, though. When you're through with English, you would be a ruthless killing machine. Mark your words. Oh. Capture log Jeremy plush. Whoa. What? You snap up the Jeremy blush in your tech hop modus. This modus is often employed in rap battles, but is a bit more elegant and sophisticated than what most hash rap artists traditionally employ. Like the more arbitrarily numeric hash maps and hash tables. The cards are arranged in shade columns and groove rows. Everything in the same column has to rhyme. Everything in the same row has to have some thematic similarity. Organizing everything gets complicated, and weaponizing your inventory through rap lyrics takes some serious skill. For instance, the third groove row got kind of railroaded into becoming an orange soda row. Yeah. Oh god, where yeah, I just lost my place. Yeah, got railroaded into becoming an orange soda row. So you've just been rolling with it recently. The fourth row is pegged for stuff associated with cool bros. The second row is all about dolls, puppets, and stuff like that. Okay. The Jeremy plush is clearly suitable for that row and rhymes with crush, so that works out. Okay. Oh, Fanta and Santa. I don't know what that label is. Hat, cat, bat, grenade, shades. I can't read that label either. His Sylladex is so insane. Yeah, that's a crazy Sylladex. I know what we should do for this. Yeah. Oh my god. Then you have some other perfectly dope rhymes like Santa and Fanta, Fago and Game Bro, Do and Shoe. There's also Smuppet and Orangeette, which frankly you think is pretty weak, but hey, the modus allows it, so whatever. Then there are times where you have to be creative with naming stuff to get it to fit, like calling a skateboard a four-wheel device just to get it to rhyme with slice. It's just another facet to the craft. Oh dear. Open page 338, another tab. Okay. Oh, here we go. Nice. Ideally one that makes for okay reading. Yeah. Okay. Okay. What did he do? Oh, what's this? Oh. Okay, that's the master volume. I don't know what this is. Can't read it. Okay. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Capsulog Sweet Bro plush. Might as well complete the plush collection. You grab the Sweet Bro off your bed. It intersects quite conveniently with the plush groove and the Fago shade. Nice one. Game Bro. Oh, Sweet Bro. Fago. Okay, I get it. Capsulog Hella Jeff plush. What is up with that plush? What? Last but not least, there is nothing here that rhymes with Hella Jeff. It really isn't worth jumping through a lot of linguistic hoops to pick this thing up right now, so you just forget about it. You have to pick your battles, you know. Take sword. You pick up the mighty sword. The easiest thing to do here is ditch the slice, stick the sword into weapons row, and rhyme it with board. Your bro had a lot of junk like this manufactured over the years. He patented the technology for producing three-dimensional JPEG artifacts to make products shittier than was ever previously imaginable. He made a killing off them. Not because anyone bought this garbage, but because they were so cheap to manufacture, their cost was actually negative, therefore miraculously netting him profit for every unit produced. He made so much money this way. He had enough to finance manned space missions to haul all of the hideous unwanted JPEG shit off the Earth and launch it into the sun. But years thereafter, every now and then someone would report a stray shitty skateboard slowly drifting back into Earth's atmosphere. People would pray they would burn up on re-entry, but they never would. Oh my god. That's crazy. Oh, my thing fell asleep. There we go. That's insane. Oh my god. Oh look, Squarewave saw you messing around with your Silodex and thought you were preparing for a rap battle. He's kind of like an eager pet dog, and you made the mistake of picking up his leash, and now he thinks he's going for a walk. You hate to break his heart, but you just don't have time. Your concentration is divided enough as it is. Be dream self. Oh. Among the many ways you tend to multitask is by maintaining an ever-alert dream self. New song for this in the Discord. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. So then we can stop this. Here we go. The Obsidian Towers. There's a lot to keep an eye on when it comes to the cloak and dagger politics of Derse, especially these days. Can't let your guard down for 1 second. Examine sleazy Dursite rag. The inquiring Terraparian dead. What? Oh, that's not good. Oh, it's muted for some reason. Oh, here, hold on. Here we go. Let's start this over. There we go. Now we have the Obsidian Towers. It's the latest issue of the Inquiring Carapacian, touted the recent assassination of prospects made of life. Quite the triumph for the Dark Kingdom, and the press has predictably sensationalized the event to please the royalty and whip its readership into a nationalistic lather. In spite of all the ridiculous hyperbole and baseless slander found in the tabloids, one thing is clear: this development means nothing but trouble. If Noir has been empowered to take measures like this, you may have to accelerate your plans. Ooh. Okay, so he's already making plans against Jack. Shit. While you were distracted with the newspaper in Dreamland, Squarewave has ambushed you for a wrap-off. Told you, bro, can't let your guard down for a second. Wrap-off. Oh, hold on, we have sound here. Here we go. Oh. Squarewave, yo, Drizzle, I can't help but check you loaded up on your Silladilly. Can't fool me, Holmes, I know what that's about. So I just got 1 can of surprise noodles left to bust open here, and I know how you love your noodles. Do you want to play a game? Man, no. I already told you I don't have time to disgrace you with my rhymes today. Sorry, dude. That's so whack. I've been watching you waste nothing but time all looking at your horse pictures and shit. So I'm like, that shit's as whack as I'm a guy made of metal. Sit your ass back down cause we got shit to settle. Just park it on my grill, you'll be whistling like a kettle. If rap's a one-wheel device, your foot don't reach the pedal. Word. God damn it. Alright, this is all you get. Rap off, man. I gotta nap your sad rap ambush. Shush your ass down while I pap you with a plush. Whoa. I push mad facts on the hapless. Shit's practically axiomatic. You don't talk smack with Orange Crush. Damn, Doug, why as a robot I gotta be so predictably susceptible to liquid like this? It ain't cool! Is that how he wins all his rap battles? Just splashing the opponent with orange soda? That would be so funny. Oh no. Oh no. While you were making short work of Square Wave, you once again made the mistake of letting your other self guard down! No! You are accosted by a Dursite agent with a serious axe to grind. These guys aren't supposed to know you're awake. Looks like your cover's blown unless you act fast. Act fast! Oh, hello? Hello? Oh, there we go. Well, that's one way to handle it. Oh, but isn't whoever sent this guy gonna realize when he doesn't come back? Well, we know now why his hands were covered in blood. Must be hard piloting two bodies at the same time. Me personally, I couldn't do it. I could do it. Man, I can hardly handle one. I don't know how I can do two. Poor hegemonic brute. His time in the spotlight has been cut tragically short. You almost feel sorry for the guy. But now you have a problem. You spend the next 10 minutes thinking about it while you stand on his head and stare at the blood on your hands, as the often utilized stock graphic in the bottom corner of the image would indicate. Two bodies and a puppet. Or two puppets. Check on Roxy. Since the Archagent is clearly leading the assassination efforts personally on Prospect, this means the draconian dignitary is most likely focused on the Derse Dreamers. He almost certainly ordered the brute to off you in your sleep. You can only hope the dignitary or one of his assassins hasn't already gotten to her. Exit. Okay. There she is. Just as you thought, sleepwalking again. Where the hell does she think she's going? Be waking self again. This is kind of a redundant thing to do since you are always consciously both your waking and dream self at the same time, but you'll let it slide. You should probably stop dwelling on your Derse problems and try to get this show on the road. Pester Roxy. Roxy, awake yet? Guess not. Let me know. Oh, damn. Hey, Dirk. How did a crazy dream? There you are. But I see your dream self hasn't returned. You must be tying the fuck on tight already. Maybe I am, like a bow of ribbon on a beautiful pony. Man, how can you be this much drunker than the last time we talked? What the hell are you even drinking? Okay, but to be fair, beautiful was an intentional typo for your benefit, because I know you'll love the pose. Okay, I think this is all, yeah, it's all of this stuff we already, yes. Motivated you to investigate in the first place. Yeah, okay. And then they go off to do their, their flirt larping, and take actual responsibility seriously. Oh. You attempt to take actual responsibility seriously, but start zoning out in the real world while you dwell on your dream troubles. You zone out for who knows how long when suddenly your train of thought is interrupted by your glasses. Answer autoresponder. Bro, what are you doing? It seems you're zoning out again. What happened to all these actual responsibilities you were gonna take seriously? I was thinking about what to do, strategizing, factoring contingencies. You know how it is. It seems to me you were dwelling within your dream awareness at the expense of your waking business again. I don't think you're as awesome a multitasker as you like to think. You know you kind of zombie the fuck out on this side when you get all contemplative on that side. Appearances are deceptive. I'm still in control here, just doing this human thing we call chilling out for half a goddamn minute. I say y'all are overestimating your mind's capability to run shit in parallel. What do you think you are, a machine? No, dude, I already deployed a variety of mechanical avatars dedicated to that self-aggrandizing fantasy. You have the incredible privilege of getting to be one of them. That's right, I am a machine, and therefore I can keep like billions of calculations or whatever all humming away at once. I tackle shit in background processes that you could only dream of wrapping your exquisite-looking head around, even on a great hair day. You know, Pi? What, you mean the number? Yes, the number. The big circle number, genius. I knew you meant the fucking number. My question was a joke. I know your question was a joke. My response was a joke. Yeah, I know that. I'm practically you, dumbass. All these things we're saying are jokes, including this fucking useless clarification. What about Pi? Yeah, the thing is, I solved it. What do you mean you solved it? I mean, that's what a hotshot I am. I fucking solved it. I calculated it so much I got to the end. Bullshit. You wish it was bullshit. The last number is 4. Read it and fucking weep. Get with the times, Dick. Dirk. Oh my god, he solved Pi. He did it. He solved it. That's a wrap. No need for any more mathematics. Oh my god. Easy squeezy. Oh my god. It's not 4, you jackass. It's fucking nothing. There is no end, said the smug organic matter with a lifespan. Look, I know you're just fucking with me because for some reason I decided to program my own personal troll 3 years ago, but this shit was proven, actually demonstrated with unassailable mathematics like a long-ass time ago. Well, I just assailed it. It wasn't even that hard. Like, I just kept hacking those digits so furiously with my sick rhythms, the whole goddamn number just cried uncle. I kind of wore it out and it just gave up. Sort of like I overloaded the system. You know, like in the old movie when Ferris Bueller got the nuclear computer to play tic-tac-toe against itself so hard it blew up. This is laughable. It's totally elementary thing. I'm pretty sure an ancient Greek guy settled shit about irrational numbers. It was practically when math was invented. Sure, it was settled, and then some robo-shades came along and owned that fucker posthumously. I also figured out all the prime numbers, too. No, not having this conversation. Did it while we were talking just now. Got to the end. And you know what? The last one isn't even that big. Kind of disappointed, to be honest. What is even a prime number? Are they the like really, really choice ones? The sweetest numbers? You lost me, supercomputer. This is what I'm saying. I put your ability to keep plates spinning on sticks to insane amount of shame. I don't even sleep. Neither do I. I know that. That was the fucking joke. Holy shit, turns out joking was the basis for my response too. Aren't these ironic, you don't get the joke conversations we have always just so awesome? A joke. Nice one. Anyway, all I'm saying is you can leave some of the heavy lifting to me now and then. I'll keep that in mind. In the meantime, I have to contact Jane and warn her Roxy might try to pull that pointless stunt. So, thanks for snapping me out of my daydream so I could do that, I guess. Yeah, it looks like you're pulling your weight already. See, maybe that was my whole point in having this conversation. Your point was to fuck with me, like it usually is. My point was to point out you've got multi-self-management issues, dude. Juggling too many cells for being not software. My point was also to fuck with you. Also, my point was to ask, are you really going to go through with it today? What? The Jake thing. Oh god, will you just... Hold on, let me deal with the Jane thing first. Oh my god. Damn, I never thought of the fact that Dirk is never actually sleeping. Yeah, that's gotta, actually, cause some issues for him. Oh my god. Okay. Warn Jane. I should probably warn you. About what? Yet another exploding game trap? Oh shit, she already sent it? Yes, but to be fair, she warned me not to run it. That's weird. How's the Jane thing going? Not well. Roxy already destroyed her computer. Maybe if you weren't spacing out so hard, you could have prevented that. Just saying. As if you're actually concerned. If you were, you could have said something to Jane instead. Almost like you enjoy sitting back and watching what happens when shit goes wrong. Has it occurred to you that maybe I have diabolical interwoven plans just like you? You're not the only one who could pull strings. So, this is either another bizarre instance of AI-driven irony, or you are admitting that you are actively trying to sabotage my plans. No, our plans are not in contradiction or competition, bro. You'll see. Whatever. This means I'll have to improvise. I'll take over as Crocker's server while LaWand cleans up her act. Yes, I know. Why are you still talking in red, by the way? Roxy thinks it looks good on me. I don't have many opinions of fashion since I am a cold, emotionless automaton who also happens to be an accessory of fashion, but I think she may be right. Are you still talking to her? I was for a while. I may yet again. Why are you blocking me from viewing the transcripts? What the fuck are you two even talking about? You, mostly. That doesn't really sit well with me. I'd almost rather you both engaged in ironic flirtation. Who says we don't do that too? Ugh. I don't get what is even your problem with that. Because you obviously do it just to piss me off. How do you know? You don't know me, dude. You don't know anything about me. Maybe we're perfect for each other. I, a street-smart, fast-talking application with a fuck-zillion IQ trapped in a pair of triangular sunglasses that literally only the Japanese could consider to embody the platonic ideal of cool, and she, an often-inebriated lone hacker teen who just wants a boyfriend. I ran the numbers on this. Trust me, it's a match made in goddamn crack pair heaven. I just give her what you can't, and that just drives you crazy. Just admit it. See, it's lines like that which make it obvious your only intent is to jerk me around. Nobody actually says shit like that and is serious about it. It's also obvious because you're me, and I'm sure I would be constantly fucking with my own head if I were you. Touché. Or should I say douche? You shouldn't say the former, and you should definitely never, under any circumstances, say the latter. Okay, we really should talk about the Jake thing. Fine. Oh? Now, do me a favor and hop off the couch. Okay, what are you doing? Making room for something big. So, you're going through with it then? Today's the day? It's not that simple. It's a very dynamic situation with many moving parts, and I'm waiting for it to unfold. If the right opportunity presents itself, yes, I could envision myself taking action. Dynamic situation with many moving parts? That's the shittiest That's the shittiest. Okay, God, I can't read today. Ugh, that's the shittiest erotic excerpt I ever read. Which one of us was supposed to be the robot again? Shut up. I think you're being coy with me. Don't you? Not really. It seems there is a 3.14159 4% chance you aren't being coy with me. Are you being coy with me, Dirk? I am seriously going to go into your programming and remove that particular speech pattern from your routines. It stopped being funny about 2 seconds after I coded it. The compiler even flagged it with a warning. Warning online, whatever. Dirk, this isn't fucking funny. I think you have this whole blueprint in your head about how it's all supposed to go. He acts as your server player and brings you into the session. Then later he joins the game. Maybe he finds himself a bit overwhelmed by it all. No extra lives left or anything. Suddenly he's backed into a corner, surrounded by monsters and out of ammo. Substantial vulnerabilities up in here, the kind that make a guy question what he believes about himself. When who shows up to save him? None other than his dashing client player. Plus one bitchin' pair of shades, and he'll have the best seat in the house when the fireworks go off. Wait, whose fantasy were we talking about again? Your gutter ball was so rowdy it catapulted into the adjacent lane. Deploy. Yeah, you're right. The scenario is too pedestrian for you. It would probably be a lot more effective putting yourself in danger and letting him be the hero. That's pretty much what he wants, right? To be a cheesy action film hero with his twin Berettas and silly shorts, a man of triumph on the silver screen, standing tall on some fucking mountain, conquering runes, clutching his skull, kissing a dude. Pure Hollywood. See, this is why even if I did have a specific plan, I wouldn't go into detail with you. You would just fuck it up. You're the biggest unknown quantity here, which is pretty weird considering you're a virtual reflection of my own thought processes. You're making a mistake not leveling with me. I am totally on your side, man. All of my machinations have been devised with your interests in mind. And anyway, it's too late for you to play damage control with me. My shit is in motion, and now we're beyond the pale. Pretty sure it's pale. Is it now? Deploy more stuff in front of the very confused dad. You know, considering your lecture is about dividing my concentration, you seem to have no problem making a distraction of yourself. I'm trying to operate here. It's cool, man. Just say the word. I'll back off. But like you said, I'm on your side here. Oh, but like I said, I'm on your side here. I can help. You know you're gay when the AI sunglasses version of yourself is ironically gay. Here, check it out. Dude, what are you doing? I'm proposing a distraction. What? See, I'm just gonna dangle one of her dad's ridiculous dancing figurines in the air like this and get his attention. Okay, if you want to help, that's cool, but we should try to agree on some shit first before you hijack the controls like this. Then when his back is turned, she can run to the study. Yeah, that's fine, but I already had a plan, sort of like this. If you actually let me do it, you just put the fucking stare down. Jane, now's your chance. Run. Wait, what? A sign. Deploy Cruxtruder. I was going to stick the Cruxtruder in the kitchen, distract him with that. Once he follows it in, Jane can hurry into the study. Oh shit, it's Pony Pals. I guess Dad saved it from the explosion or something. That beautiful bastard. Yes. Hell yes. Hell fucking yes. Run to study. Oh gosh, another large contraption. Now, Jane, get to the computer in the study and ditch that tiara. Go, go, go. Okay, say, what's with the red text, Dirk? Are you typing your most important instructions in red now? Yes. No. Oh my god. All right, I'm in my father's study. I have kindly asked Mr. Sebastian to hand over the reins to this silly computer shaped like a man. What now? Now you have access to a clean computer, for one thing. Soon we can get started going through the steps necessary to launch the session. Oh, hell. What? Another interruption. I should step away for a moment to take this message. He's probably right. I'm distracted by too much bullshit at once lately. Who's right? Me. Jane, I'm going to leave you with the responder for a little while. Maybe he can help you get started. Think you can handle that, dude? I'm all about being able to handle that. You don't even know. I will perform an acrobatic pirouette on the handle, wherein the handle literally represents my ability to handle that thing. Okay, got it. You and the handle are tight. We don't need a whole thing about this. Once I stick the landing on the handle like a champ, I'm going to get down on one knee, pull out a ring, and propose to it. The handle, I mean. Okay, implying we will be married. Okay, long story short, you and the handle fuck gratuitously. Enough said. Try not to say I never gave you any responsibilities or never took you seriously as a viable conscious being with free will. Also, please try not to make me regret this. You have nothing to worry about. Go talk to the alien. Woo, distractions. I think my chat messages aren't going off. Hold on. Going to... Okay, so yeah, they are. I think I just didn't hear it that time. Talk to alien. Here we go. Beep, boop. I see you're about ready to begin. How splendid for you. I'm at dangerous risk of jealousy. Why? Oh, it's just I'm running a bit behind schedule. I wanted to coordinate with your group or something approximating real time, and that is starting to look less likely. My client player continues to be a source of frustration. I thought we had everything settled, but it's always something with him. I even told him in my last message it would suit me fine if he wanted to be the surfer player instead. I just want to begin, but I have not heard back from him. That's probably the way it always is. I've run into plenty of problems here already, and I've had to improvise heavily. Ain't nothing about our situation to envy yet. But at least I know I know how certain things go when it comes to your story. I don't quite have that luxury with mine. It's nerve-wracking sometimes, especially when I must count on him to be responsible. Well, your bro definitely has got some problems, not gonna lie. This is true, though I'm sure I've said he isn't quite my brother. We are related, yes, but not in the way human brothers and sisters are. We are genetically similar, but in many ways quite different. In fact, our blood color is not even the same. But I've referred to him as a brother at times because it's close enough to be true. It's close enough to being true, much as you refer to the one you regard as your ancestor in the same way. Yeah, just give him some time. He'll probably come around. You would never even have woken up on Prospect if you weren't going to launch the session, right? I mean, there wouldn't even be a session for Prospect to exist inside of if you weren't about to initiate it in the first place. Unless I'm just totally not getting how this works. Getting a drink of water? Okay. No, I think you're probably right. While I await his response, perhaps I will take a nap and see if the clouds may offer any guidance. Though lately I've been seeing many more black clouds cropping up in sky than usual. It's a most unwelcome trend. Hydrator, by the way, I gave up on my thirst tantrum. Good for you. You'll need your strength to catch that Pokemon. You're lucky to have any clouds. Only thing I have to look up at is infinite monsters. Good point. I'm so pleased to be a Prospect Dreamer. I'm sure my brother finds his netherworldly affiliation similarly pleasing. Speaking of which, I have a problem, and I could use your advice. Is that so? I killed an agent who stuck into my room to assassinate me. I'm not sure what to do about it now. I guess I could just ditch the corpse, but it's still only a matter of time before my cover is blown. Yes, that is a pickle. I honestly can't think of a way around this. Getting found out, I mean. Roxy has it easy, all floating off into space, completely oblivious to any danger. I don't know why it had to be this way for me, juggling these two waking selves at once. I guess I'm used to it, but it still makes for a pretty intense existence. Do you even know what the deal with that is? Like, is there any precedent in your readings? I don't know about precedent, but it makes plenty of sense to me as the type of path one might expect for a hero of heart. Oh, I think that's the first we have of... Yeah. Okay, so Derse is heart. There we go. A path ruled by the heart aspect can be a journey of splintered self. That is, the player's being may exhibit the same kind of fragmentation which certain classes could cause in others. I think this is what has triggered your dual awareness between waking and dreaming selves, though it would not surprise me if the symptoms manifested in even more ways than this. So that's what a Prince of Heart does? Just has, like, multiple waking consciousness disorder or something? Sounds kind of stupid. Okay, so Prince of Heart. Okay. Prince of Heart. Okay, there we go. No, like I said, these can be traits of such a hero, but it's not necessarily always the case, nor is it the defining property of the aspect. Prince of Heart, ooh, fancy, yeah. To understand the heart aspect better, you might use it interchangeably with the word soul. The hero uses the methods endowed by class to influence in some way the soul or essence of being of oneself or of others. Then I'm basically the Prince of Soul. Yes. There's the Deltarune aspect. Yeah, I was about to say there's a joke in here something about Brook from One Piece being the Soul King that I was not clever enough to think of quickly. Yes. That sounds kind of maybe a little cooler. Sort of. Brook would be a hard player easily. Absolutely, yeah. uh, then what am I supposed to be able to do as a prince? Like, rule over souls in a pompous, regal manner? No. Again, surface meaning of classes and aspects can be deceptive. A prince is a destroyer class. It is very far on the active side of the scale. Okay, so prince is active. Okay. And destroyer class. Huh. I guess we'll have to see how that turns out. It is very far on the active side of the scale. Its more passive counterpart would be the bard class. Okay, so bard is passive. Okay, interesting. Okay, so rogue, thief. Okay. Did you write who the trolls, bards, and prince are? I do somewhere. Okay, so bard / prince. Okay, let's see. Bard and prince. Gamzee is the bard, and Aridin is the prince. Bard of Rage, Prince of Hope. Huh. Interesting. Huh. And Prince is a destroyer class. Well, I guess we'll find out more about the implications of that. Though, I wonder if that has anything to do with how they both went a bit off the deep end and murdered a bunch of people. Gamzee more than Aridin, but Aridin did his fair share of murdering there. Yeah, so that, I wonder if that has something to do with it. Interesting. Yeah, Aridin did kill 3 people, yeah. And the matriarch, yes. Yeah, so I wonder if, them having related classes and Prince being a destroyer class has anything to do with that. Yeah, I know he killed, I think, he killed Pfeffery. I think he killed, I think, Kanea survived. Yeah. The only one who died, well, yeah. Lest we not forget the shrine, yes. He half killed Solix, yeah. So he half killed or almost killed more people, but I think Pfeffery was the only one he like permanently killed. Yeah. Yeah, so I wonder if that has anything to do with that. They're paired classes. Guess we'll have to see. What does half killed even mean? I don't know, ask Solux. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to hopefully we check back in with the trolls and the original human group soon. But in the meantime, we're still with Dirk and them for a while, I think. Both of these are exclusively designated for male players. To understand a hero's capabilities, it always helps to search for the right way to parse the class aspect pair into a more explicit statement. For instance, being active, a prince could be viewed as one who destroys X, or causes destruction through X if X is the aspect, while the more passive bard could be seen as one who allows X to be destroyed, or invites destruction through X, as if by the will of the aspect. Okay, so let's see. So bard is one, so he would be, so bard of rage, so one who allows rage to be destroyed or invites destruction through rage. So invites destruction through rage. And Eridan, Prince of Hope, one who destroys hope or causes destruction through hope. And Yu Yu is right about that. It is exclusively male characters. Who are those classes if you think about it? Yeah. Yeah, Bard and Prince. Let's see, do we have any other bards or princes among the humans? Okay, we do have Prince of Heart, that's Dirk, who we're talking about now. Yeah. Gamzee did kind of flip off the handle, yeah. Yeah. Eridan, Gamzee, and Dirk, yeah. Yeah, so Dirk, Prince of Heart, causes destruction through heart or destroys heart. Interesting. So we'll have to see how that turns out. I'm obviously no expert, but that sounds like a pretty odd thing for a bard to do. Maybe. It's a quirky class. Somewhat like a wild card role for a hero. Very unpredictable. They're typically known for their spontaneous and dramatic story-altering influence on the fate of the party. Yeah, that tracks with Gamzee. Some of the more remarkable tales involve such parties where the bard is single-handedly responsible for their spectacular downfall or improbable victory or both. Oh dear. In truth, you are probably fortunate your group doesn't have one. Yeah, I'd say so. Oh my god, considering how things went with Gamzee. Oh my god. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I think we have enough unpredictability as it is. So, if I'm following, my title nearly parses as Destroyer of Souls. Indeed. Well, that's a little more badass sounding, I guess, but I'm not sure I'll ever feel a major need to destroy a soul unless I become a cartoonishly villainous sorcerer someday. I wouldn't be hasty in ruling it out. That is, finding the need to use the ability, not succumbing to any sort of villainy. We tend to have these rules for a reason, and that reason usually finds us, especially if we are to achieve a god-tier ascension. Okay, do I do that? No, Dirk. No, I will not tell you. Give me a fucking break. Why don't you just tell me? Who cares about spoilers? What's gonna happen is gonna happen. That very well may be, but it will dreadfully complicate both of our lives if what is to come results from self-fulfillment alone. A great deal of instructional material is very clear on this. Besides, you make it sound as though I know everything, which I most certainly do not. Upu, pardon the sideways tongue. Oh, is that what it is? Wait, don't you? I thought you did. I have read much about your story in text and have pieced together the overarching, exceedingly complicated saga as best as I could. I have as much authority over these events as a historian, and am at the mercy of my sources. I am also able to access much of your adventure through this terminal, but there is a limitation to this too, which I may as well admit now to get you off my back. What? I can view all events involving you and your co-players on Earth for your entire lives until you enter the game. I can also view some events after your session begins, but not for very long, thanks to your tipsy friend. Oh man, what the hell does she do? She blacks out your entire session. I'm sure this is not deliberate on her part, but thereafter I can see nothing at all. Huh. But I have never considered this to be a detriment of either party. I still wish for us to collaborate and to help each other out. Beyond a certain point, we simply must communicate in the dark. Okay, so there are many things about your future I do not know, at least not firsthand, but as you've probably ventured, I'm quite an enthusiastic admirer of your group of heroes and your incredible story. Though I can't see what happens much later, I can certainly speculate, and I very often do. I guess it would not hurt to share some of my speculation with you. In fact, now that I consider it, that could be the most fun thing of all. Speculation? Yes, theories! Examining all the clues and hazarding our guesses. What does it all mean? Everything about your vast epic points to a central mystery which I have not been able to solve yet. You might even call it the ultimate riddle, if that were not already codified as a thing in scripture. I have so very many theories, I wouldn't even know where to begin. So you're kind of obsessed with us then. I wouldn't go that far. I am probably coming off as an absolute nutter now. No, not really. I just want to understand so I can ask. So can I ask, just to get a better sense of the nature of your admiration, when you engage in the aforementioned speculation, is it strictly on a factual basis? Or do you start to, fictionalize? What I'm asking is, have you ever written stories about us? Yes. So she's written fanfic. Ooh. Ooh. We see horns. I don't think any of the trolls we saw had horns like that. So this is a new troll character, most likely. Interesting. Would you ever be inclined to share? She's so parasocial, it's great. She is, if a Homestuck fan got into the actual comic. Oh, no. I would be far too embarrassed to do that. That's cool. I'm not trying to pass judgment here, just curious. Do any of these stories about us by any chance involve, romance? Well, maybe just, a wee bit. How wee? A smidgen or two. Which is it, one smidgen or two smidgens? Okay, a whole bloody lot of smidgens. I'm sorry. Okay, I am seriously curious to read some. I won't show anyone, I promise. Like, hey, do you happen to have any slash fic of me and Jake? But you wouldn't even understand it. My species has a completely different understanding of romance than you do. It would probably offend you deeply. It might even sicken you. But that only makes me want to check it out more. Really, there's no way it's going to sicken or offend me. Whatever it is, I've seen worse. I'm not judging you at all here. I'm genuinely curious about your work. No, I'm sorry, love. I just cannot abide. If I let anyone read it, I would curl up and die of shame. Hey, no biggie. Is there any kind of work you will share with me? Well, when I find myself immersed in speculation, I do often enjoy drawing the things I imagine. Oh, really? Yes. Any you'd be willing to spare a peek at? Well, yes. You've talked me into it. This suddenly sounds fun, and I have just the thing to show you. Awesome. You were asking about whether you would ascend to godhood, and without getting into whether you do or not, I have speculated on your hypothetical appearance, since that outcome is just as cloaked to me as it is to you. Given what's documented for the typical accoutrements and cut of the prince garb, and palette for the hard aspect, I think this is likely spot on. Oh! Nice! This is me sending my OC in the Discord. I'll let you know if you called out. She's a good artist. Whoever you is, they're pretty good. Oh man. But yeah, that's pretty good actually. I forgot how on the nose it was here. So this is pretty accurate then. I'm assuming they all get god tier just like all the other previous humans. Dirk is this, I think got censored there. I mean, with you being a Homestuck fan. Yeah. Yeah, but I do think that all of the humans will likely reach god tier at some point. Very on the nose, yeah. The censors ate you, yeah, they did. I think I've disabled all the censors I can. Yeah, yeah, I'll have to see if there's anything I missed. Oh, because you sent a link. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do to allow links, unfortunately. You can send it through the Discord if you want. Oh, the name of the tiny link URLs. Oh, yeah. Dirk, is this you? Yeah, that turned out really, really good. Holy shit, do I actually have to wear that? She drew the fan art. She speculates the hyper-flexible mythology. Perhaps it all depends upon how much of your inner greatness you wish to realize. I don't mean on the nose to mean accurate. But like very like blatant in that like that's what what she's representing here. Perhaps it all depends on how much of your inner greatness you wish to realize. Yeah. Okay, what is with the butterfly wings? We sprout them upon ascension. Aren't they beautiful? I've seen many depictions of such heroes with wings, unless they happen to be hiding them beneath their clothes. I guess I can't be absolutely sure, but I believe it's reasonably likely the upgrade is universal. I think it's only the trolls who get that. I should sure as goddamn Christ hope the fuck not. What about this knickerbocker bullshit? Is that legit? Yup, 100% princely canon. God damn it. I guess those ass-kicking gloves are pretty cool. I don't know. I could probably make it work. How much of this shit is compulsory by game law or whatever? Am I obligated to traipse around in the fucking tights and puffy little asshole pants forever? No, silly, they're just clothes. You're free to swap parts if you like. Or if you wish to be free of it altogether, change back into your plain clothes. And Bob's your uncle, like it never even happened. Okay, well, don't get me wrong, I think the drawing is great. I'm only taken aback by some finer points of fashion. Oh, it's so cute. Also, Bob's my uncle? Oh, no, love, it was a figure of speech. Yeah, I know that. Did I use it incorrectly? I don't think so. I mean, I guess not. I say, what is an uncle, by the way? It's sort of like this weird, superfluous dad. Like a strange man in your life that barely has anything to do with you, but is just there for some reason. They're practically always douchebags. I suppose I'll just have to take your word for it. Okay, but just one question. Not to do with the future or anything, just about you. Yes? Are you British? Or pretending to be British in a sort of ironic or stylized way? Doing what now? I mean, I guess it doesn't make sense for an alien to be British, or for an alien to be American, for that matter. No, I fancy neither of those things make much sense at all. Just the way you type is making it seem that way is all. Oh, yes, that would be my quirk. Quirk? So, like, deliberate affectation? No, a quirk. Quirk Dirk. You pretending to be British is a quirk. What the fuck is a quirk? We all need a quirk. So he's talking about like things of her vocabulary that we associate with the British. She's talking about the you thing. Oh god. It adds spice to our voices and helps us stand out as individuals. That's stupid. I don't have a fucking quirk and I don't want one. Well, of course you wouldn't. You're human. Humans are notoriously strange. I think the romantic practices are particularly esoteric. Actually, I have written hundreds of pages examining the striking difference between human and troll romance, as well as reproductive habits, as the comparison makes for a marvelous case study in xenobiocultural differences. As long as I am sharing speculation with you, perhaps you would like to read my essays? I could even paste each page right here in succession and allow you to read them back to back to back to back to back. Oh, hell no. Yes, you're right, of course. I'm probably getting carried away as usual. Forgive my enthusiasm, it's just that I so rarely have anyone to talk to who shares my passion for these matters. Certainly not my, curmudgeonly co-players. Yeah, humans don't use typing quirks at all. Certainly not, like, coloring their text or my back to back to back to back to back to back. stuff wouldn't be fascinating to pour through on some level, but we kind of have things to do here. Remember you were gonna take a nap? By Jove, the nap! Yes, I really must secure a bit of shut-eye. By Jove? Oh my lord. Your lord? What do you mean by that exactly? Nothing. Hang on, though, before you go, you never did give me any actual advice on my situation with the dead agent and my blown cover. Oh, right. I would look at it this way. You are moments away from beginning your session, yes? Sure. And you have already spent a long time gathering intelligence unbeknownst to the authorities. How much more do you expect to accumulate even if you could stay undetected? And how much strategic advantage is left to gain by delaying your discovery for much longer? I don't know. I say the time to make a stand is now. To hell with the Dursite tossers. Make your presence known. Let them see that the prince is awake and make it abundantly clear what that means. Perhaps it is their turn to be nervous, to cower in the shadows and live in uncertainty. That's my advice. Do with it as you will. And now I'm off to get some rest. With any luck, the next time we convene, both of our adventures will be well underway. Cheerio! You know, I'm not sure anyone ever actually says cheerio. Unless they're pretending to be British. Oh, whatever. The trollmance never stops. Go through bedroom door. What? You never leave your bedroom through the actual egress. Your bro blocked the door ages ago with his totally pimp stone bust. You give Captain Snoop a little nod of approval every time you walk by to go to the bathroom. You like to think he nods back in a way that is so smooth and so subtle, he literally doesn't move at all. The thing is too heavy to move out of the way, and in any case, you don't really want to. You just use a different exit to your room. Oh? Okay, we're gonna get the character selection again. So he goes through the wardrobifier. Okay, so we already picked both of them. After an insane, full-blown whirlwind of free will up in here, you are ready to get off this roller coaster ride of absolute empowerment. You are feeling downright dizzy from the absurd amounts of decisive auto-volition heaped upon you, and you are more than ready to proceed linearly for a while. You are now Jane. A robot shaped like a bunny has just handed you the reins to a computer shaped like a man. What will you do? Pester Shades. Are you ready to do this thing? Yes. Okay, looks like all that's left to do is deploy this pre-punched card, then I guess it's all up to you. Oh wait, it's Roxy again. Is it? How totally unanticipated by anybody. Can you hold on? I'll try to make it quick. Go. I will be here, quietly calculating. Answer Roxy. That was such a little wink. Alert, 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 alert! Hugely important correspondence paging Dr. Crocker. Roll to Doc Croc. Paging. Bet you would like to get paged, huh, Jane? Sweet innuendo. I'm not sure that qualifies as an innuendo at all. Wonk, 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 wonk. I honestly think you misspell things intentionally more often than not, regardless of blood alcohol content. You just typed wonk 5 times in a row. I've only just begun to wonk. What is this urgent thing about anyway? Is it about your booby trap? Because you're too late. I already blew up my whole bedroom. Thank you very much. No, I mean, I still feel shitty about that, but it's not about that. I know you already ran it. I've been talking to the Shades. Yes, me too. Right now, in fact, and I'm in a bit of a hurry. What is this about? What are you even doing? I'm in the lab doing a thing with my cat, but that doesn't matter. I was doing something and still feeling guilty about fucking up your computer, and all of a sudden, I'm in BFFF mode here, so I gotta tell you something you need to know before it's too late. Before what's too late? You and Jake hooking up, stupid? Oh my god. This is about turning all your steamy dreams into a steamy realities. Realities, lol. Realities. This isn't happening now. Whereas JC and Jay kiss and hug loads and start turning out big heaps of wrigglers the old-fashioned way, I can't decide whether this mental image percolating here is as hot as shit or cute as fuck. No, cease your lascivious percolating at once. Roxy, I can see you're set on just wasting more of my time. I understand if you don't wish to play this game, but please try not to interfere with those of us who do. No, I'm fine with playing. Just shut up. This is serious. You need to tell him how you feel very soon, or you might miss your chance. My chance? What are you talking about? I found out today that Turks is gonna make a move. A move? You mean a romantic one? Yes. On you? Oh my fucking god. Jane, get a cue. Get a cue. On me? No, my dear sweet Jane, not on you. On Jake. Oh, I didn't think that, Are you sure? Pretty sure. Ask classes if you want. Well, then this is quite a development. Oh, poor Dirk. What do you mean? Well, surely when he reveals his feelings, Jake will... Huh? I mean, he couldn't possibly... What, reciprocate? Yes. Why not? Because Jake is not a homosexual. Are you sure? Are you saying he is? No. Then what are you saying? I'm saying that I don't fucking know. But I thought it reasonable to presume he takes a shining to ladies. He does speak fondly of certain females from his favorite films, does he not? Said those words too, Jane. We've all been there. Yeah. We've all been confused teenagers about sexuality. True that, but how much does that really mean here, Jane? Can you be totes sure on account of some dorky moy crushes? Well, now I just don't know. You have me completely bamboozled about this. What do you think? All I'm saying is my gaydar is like the exact fucking opposite of yours, which is to say it's better than completely non-existent. Mine's so sensitive it's been used to sweep the ocean floor for mythical sea monsters. Turns out all of those monsters are so gay. Truth. Okay, then what does your acute CP scanner make of Jake then? That's what I'm saying. I really have no idea. Kid is a cogamic enigma. He's as hard to read as fine print. And how do I mean fine? Oh, brother. Then your guess is as good as mine? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to conclude. What I'm supposed to conclude from this. You're supposed to conclude that you said you were gonna believe anything I said today, remember? Yes, but you just said you don't know. Exactly. Therefore, you must believe me when I say if Dirk lets on all his feelings, there is at least a chance Jake will go like, derp, okay, dude, let's make out. And that means poor Jane is screwed without ever even throwing her filthy fedora in the ring. And it is a ring I like to call the English sweepstakes. And if you don't, you'll regret it. And I mean, officially, I can't have a horse in the race. Wait, bad metaphor, because of Dirk and his fucking horses. Never mind. I like you. You are both my friends, and I'm not out to mess him up or anything, but I kind of owe it to you as my friend to let you know what's up. And also to get you to stop being such a world champion tight ass and let Jake know. Oh no, not this tight ass baloney again. Jane. What? Jane! Jesus Christ, you were the tight-assiest tight-ass who ever tightened up an ass. No way, we settled this, remember? My prior resolution made it definitive. I was to be regarded as exceedingly permissive in certain respects. Jane, I am afraid that your bottom is a stubborn clam guarding priceless treasure and a deadly secret. So ridiculous. I'm not saying to be an idiot and start gushing at an incoherentry, but do something. say how you feel, or flirts a bit, or ask him out on a date inside the fucking game or such. Got him anything other than a bunch of bullshitty pining and tad-assing nothing. You have to do what I say you promised. I promised to believe what you say, not do it. Those two things are precisely the same shit. If I agreed to say something, will you stop tormenting me about it? Yes, but only because that will be impossible for me to do when you and him are snogging hard in the motherfucking makeout paradise, aka Sexland. Fine, but let the record show that this resolution has almost nothing whatsoever to do with your use of the phrase Sexland. Just, I need to think of what to say and wait for the right moment. Is that okay? Sure, just don't wait too long, and don't underestimate Strider's wiles, nor Jake's, let's say, open-mindedness. Well, he does often profess his love for adventure, I suppose. Yup. Oh my god, I really don't have a moment to spare, do I? You're finally getting it. Now go! And Jane, I'm warning you, if you don't say something to him, I'm personally entering the game specifically to fuck your shit up. Lolly zowdy. Prince of Heart, rise up. Ooh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Ooh. Derse. Yeah, show them what's up, Dirk. Ooh. Oh. Strife. Okay, he's fighting the robot dude. Oh. We're getting real princely in here. Oh, he's just carrying the head around. Oh dear. Blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. Oh. No! Bullets! No, dear. Ooh, things are not going so well for Jake. Into the ocean he goes. Oh, wait. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Oh my god. So cool. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh dear. Okay, so Jack's been ordered against him. Oof. His eyes just fly off with the glasses. Bam. Oof. Yeah! We believe in you, Jake! Statement for encouragement purposes, so you may not actually be able to do it. Take, stop. Oh no, he has extra shades! Cool. quality just completely plummeted. Ooh. Oh, okay, so interesting. Lots of stuff's going on. Lots of stuff's going on. That's not Jack, it's the draconian dignitary. He has the diamond on his shirt. Oh, okay. So the dignitary is being sent after him then. Oh, Jake's leveling up. Ooh. Yeah, the medium's not quite as we remember it. Gotta get used to that. The absurd drubbing earned you another rung on your Esh ladder. One of the steeper prices you've had to pay for a bit of ladder climbing, but in the end, you suppose it was all worth it to be able to bask in the glory and prestige of the Peter Panache rung. You guess? Who are you kidding? You don't even have a clue what that means. Pester Dirk. Oh, here we go. Bro. Your contraption and its busy fist just royally kicked my ass. And that sure as God made little green apples isn't all there is to say on the matter. Are you listening, my friend? I'll have you know my ass was straight up served ice cold. My savaged caboose has been catered to impeccably. Not unlike that of a gentleman stranded on an island inhabited by a race of indigenous butlers. I hope the far-fetched scenario I have described has adequately communicated the severity of my robotic butt whooping. Does this mean I passed the test or whatever the fuck? Can your robot drop the bullshit and give me the uranium now or what? Dirk? Where the frick are you? I'm afraid Dirk can't hear you right now, Jake. Oh my god. Aw, nuts. Jake, blackout. 4577 might be the best to end on. Okay. Oh my god. Poor Jake. Poor Jake. Yeah, we don't have too much longer. But yeah, if some crazy stuff is gonna happen after he passes out, then I don't think we'll have time for all of it. Oh my god, but luckily I do have a treat to end on. Nice, I love your treats. And let's bring up the Discord here. The treats. Just having a random tune, waiting to see the fun little treats mix a lady has for me. Okay, here we go. Ooh, Game Girl Original 1993 Mix by Michael Guy Bowman. Nice.
Yeah, what's up, gamers? I'm Game Girl, and I'm here to show you that girls can game too.
Nice.
Easy on me, guys, unless you want to get beat by a girl. Are you ready? Well, let's do this!
Let's go!
I got the scores, cause I whip butt and game hardcore. I might look cute, but I play to win, so get your head in the game, cause we're about to begin. I got some secret skills to pull off the codes, the combos, and kills. Tapping my fingers like a maniac. This girl's gone bad on a game attack. When I'm on the scoreboard, you sure can tell. Cause I spell my score G-R-L. You gamer guys better take it like a man. If you can't keep up, then talk to the hand.
world. The world.
When I say girls, you say rule. Girls, girls.
Rule.
When I say boys, you say drool. Boys,
Drool.
boys.
Drool.
Let's have a dance party right now. Everybody, do the wave.
Woo.
Check it out. I'm dancing, I'm dancing. Check this move out.
Go,
Oh, man.
go.
Oh, yeah. I'm having so much fun. This is like a slumber party where there's nothing to do but play games all night long. Oh, yeah, and no boys allowed. Not that I care.
Thanks
I
for
can
the
get
follow,
any boy,
Blueberry.
anytime, anywhere.
Puzzle games, fighting games, action, RPG, shoot 'em ups, beat 'em ups, virtual reality, dating sims, fight sims, CD-ROM or console, handheld, arcade, tabletop, old school, turn-based, card-based, tactical strategy, text-based adventure, point-click mystery, FPS, racers, platforms, rhythm games, cheats, the ball, and anything you can name.
Someday I gotta make a gif of my PNG tuber dancing for situations like this, for when we listen to music that I bop it along to.
'Cause I'm the baddest, so step aside. I got the stats, and that's my proof. So come on, erase the roof.
Woo!
I'm the game girl. She's a game girl. The best in the world. She's a game girl. Girls rule. She's a game girl. And boys drool. She's a game girl. I'm kicking rad. She's a game girl. You're super bad. She's a game girl. 'Cause I got the moves, so step into my gamer groove. She's a game girl. Don't be a wimp. She's a game girl. Let's you're a shrimp. She's a game girl. I'm the new cool. She's a game girl. You're old school. She's a game girl. Gaming like a pro. She's a game girl. Come on, let's go. She's a game girl. Better than the rest. When you're gaming with a game girl, you're gaming with the best. Awesome! That was totally rad to the max. I could just keep doing this all day. Nuts! I've got games to play. If you think I'm gonna slow down just to talk to a bunch of amateurs, then you need to seriously blow the dust out of your cartridges. But hey, girls, whenever you need to show those creepy boys who's boss, just remember that Game Girl's got your back. Look for me on specially marked boxes of Betty Crocker brand snacks. And remember to subscribe to the exclusive Girls Only Game Girl magazine. All right, check you later, girlfriends.
Nice. Some shameless advertising at the end there. That was indeed a very nice treat. Thank you, Mixolity. Oh. Yeah, that damn batter witch is everywhere. There's no escape. On that note, it has been great hanging out with you guys. I hope to see you Tuesday for more Homestuck. Game Girl is the best. Much better than that trashy Game Bros. But yeah, I hope to see you guys on Tuesday for more Homestuck. Blueberry, thank you again for the follow. And I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. And take care of yourselves. Bye!